Hey, Scream, look at these niggas coming in here like they big steppers.
What it do, big man?
What's happening, Brian?
Oh, ain't shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you niggas get 3 bricks and we're gonna run it back.
Long as it ain't like last time, I'm good.
Fuck you mean last time?
You know what I'm talking about, man. That motherfucker Scream over there. Nigga, you say my name one more fucking time. Man, you better put a leash on that puppy before I light his ass up. Yeah, okay, nasty boy. Don't let that big stepper shit go to your head. I'm a big stepper for real, cockroach. I'm gonna show you when I step on you, motherfucker. Now before I transform and colonize your fucking house. I'm talking my whole infestation, nigga. Yeah, get him, Brian. Nigga, I lay eggs all over that motherfucker. Nigga, I get in your fridge and lay eggs on your egg. And fuck you, Brian. Scream, I'm right here, I'm ready. Nigga, I stay ready.
Hey, you niggas be quiet. I gotta go to Prime Pool Party. The rest of you motherfuckers get back to work.
I thought you said this was a pool party, man. Where the bitches? Jazz, why you always running your fucking mouth? Nigga, I told my baby mama I had to work. I don't want to stand out here with a bunch of niggas in a fucking pool. I can't be around bitches right now. I'm trying to work it out with Kel. I just started back going to church, reading my Bible. I stopped drinking. I'm still gonna smoke my weed, but I stopped drinking. I don't give a fuck what you do. And speaking of Kim, I just saw that bitch. Nigga, don't ever speak on Kim in your life. Ever. Nah, nigga, you need to be trying to work it out with Quisha. She the one had your back since day one. She the real ride or die Prime. You a stupid motherfucker. You think just cause you turn into old dusty ass Porsche, that make you somebody. You ain't nobody, nigga. Stay the fuck out of our business. Good afternoon.
All right, Quisha, I had a long day. Go run my bath water.
I said good afternoon.
And I said, fuck your good afternoon, bath water. And after that, I want a back rub and some head.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Round 1. Fight! Juggernaut punch! Juggernaut punch!
By the power of Grayskull!
Round 1. Fight!
Until next time, this is he.
Give me a quick sound check before I get to running my mouth, please and thank you. Quick sound check. If y'all don't mind. Skibbly 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 boo doopily boo. Twitter, let's go to Twitter. Man, something going on. Man, a lot going on. It's a lot happening out here, man. It's a lot going on. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Okay, it's a lot going on. What's happening? Hug, man, what's up, bro? Man, bro, fuck you, man, bro, you good? You good? You good? Man, it's been a minute. Shout out to you, Huggy Pacino. Oh shit. I gotta act right. Huggy's in the house, y'all. Okay. Let's go to 2 people, unfortunately, that are on the clock. Well, one I already think is dead. Well, he's dead. Listen, Mitch McConnell's dead, y'all. Let's just not even waste time. Mitch McConnell's dead. Just waiting for the right time to announce it. But he's been dead for a while now. That's what they typically do. These old people or these people die and they gotta wait for them right, right astrological alignment, right moon time, right, cycle for them to introduce to make the announcement. They just don't be like, hey, he's dead. They just do it. They don't do it off the cuff. This man's been dead for about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. So now they're saying, a month ago they responded to a cardiac event at his house. And this man's dead. This man's been dead for a while. Okay? He's been dead for a while. Let's go here. Gonna give it to us? You're gonna give it to us? That's just the devil. Anywho. Yeah, I surmise he's been dead for about a month and a half, at least. Yeah, definitely Weekend at Bernie's. That's a hilarious movie.
Medical local paramedic engine 3, medic 3, against response unconscious.
You done bleeped out everything.
Medical local paramedic engine 3, medic 3, against response unconscious.
Oh my gosh, wow.
836. EMS 2 response for cardiac arrest.
Okay, you heard it, cardiac arrest.
EMS 2 response for cardiac arrest.
Okay, that's not much. You done bleeped out all the good stuff. Yeah, I believe he's dead. I mean, look at him. Between him and Lindsey Graham, well, I mean, one would hope Lindsey Graham would go first, but we'll take Mitch McConnell. This man is, how old is he? Is this the work of the ancestors? Is Tariq Nasheed going to come online and say, oh, look, the spirit of Ogun took out a 90-year-old man? Let's see. Oh, see, Senator McConnell is still working closely with staff on Senate business and Kentucky matters as he continues his recovery. However, he will not be voting this week. We're not stupid. This man's dead. This man's in someone's refrigerator right now, okay? McConnell's office said in a short statement on June 14th, Senator McConnell was admitted to the hospital this morning. He is receiving excellent care. He has not been seen since he's dead. Okay? He's 84. Now, once again, are your pro-blacks and pro FBA grifters going to come out and say, look at what Ogun done did. The ancestors did this. This man's 84 years old. It has impacted not only your lives, but the lives of your children and grandchildren for years to come. Ancestors are not getting the job done. Okay. Who's Mitch McConnell? Man, listen, I resigned my fate. I will live the rest of my years in moderate pain. I've been used to it now. Me trying to stretch now, for what? I'll be all right. And I got practice tomorrow too. All right. Another person that's on the clock, unfortunately, one of the greats, a beloved actor, right? Some people still can't get one particular role out of their heads, but Danny Glover, y'all. Danny Glover. Let's go.
Danny Glover is a bona fide Hollywood icon with nearly 200 acting roles in film and television.
I don't want to kill you and you don't want to be dead.
But after nearly 40 years in the limelight, at 79 years of age, he's now facing a life challenge he never expected.
I've been diagnosed for
Alzheimer's, slowing his movement, his speech, and memories. Glover invited us into his home to speak about his life, his legacy, and diagnosis.
Thanks for having us over. I want to look at some of these things on your award case. What was the Oscar for?
It didn't look like I was going to win one. So I mean, it's my body of work, basically.
Glover was awarded an honorary Oscar in 2022, not long after he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. And even though he is still active, attending events and engaging with his community, the disease is taking its toll.
You dealing with this Alzheimer's thing?
I could live with it, in a sense.
Do you fear losing your memories? Is that hard?
Okay, that's a dumbass question because by the time it progresses to the near end, he's not gonna remember anything. He's not. Why would he? How are you gonna remember something you've forgotten? I hate these type of questions. Like, sir, we all know how this thing works and how it ends up. He's gonna forget pretty much everybody, everything. You know, he's gonna be reduced to an infantile state. Like, this is irritating.
I'm sure as it advances, things are gonna be different and changing.
This is terrible. Terrible. He's one of the good ones, man. One of the good ones. All right. But the good thing is, you know, he's got family. He'll be surrounded by loved ones and family. He won't be on no Sigma by myself type of. He won't be none of these guys that, you know what, let me stop. It's too easy to punch down these guys. Okay. God bless this man. It's a dumbass question. Like, are you for real? Okay. Let's go here. Let's get an update on the Lavar Ball situation. Now, I got to find a comment. Hold up. Let me go find a comment. Somebody left an excellent comment. I never watched the TV show, but the clips that I would see, he was talking hella bad to Tina. Let me find it. Was it a short? It was a short I did. Yeah. This lady left an excellent comment. I want to highlight the comment first. Then we'll get to the update. Where's this woman's comment at? Because she broke it down. Oh, come on. Give me the comments, bro. Give me the comments. Let's go to the comments. Okay, wait. Let me get published. Can we do published? Oh, come on. Let me find. I hate how it doesn't let you go directly to all of the comments. Okay, here we go. I think I got it. Okay. Hold up. Let me find this lady. Because she brought out a lot of stuff that I wasn't even aware of. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm getting close. Oh my God, I can't find it. Okay, so basically, she laid it all out. If you had watched the show, he treated her pretty poorly. And then he didn't help with her rehab. It was her parents. Her parents were doing a rehab, and she's still not 100% recovered from her stroke. And then the idea of her leaving him because he cheated, it makes no sense. I mean, she broke this shit down. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and see what we can find. Let's go to Twitter. Oh shit, bro. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Are you guys gonna take him to get him tested? Yeah, I heard about Hickson. I heard about it, man. Man, my thoughts and prayers go out to you, Huggy, and y'all's family, man. I hope that's not the case. Okay, let's look at the LeVar Ball reality show. Because I remember clips, and I never watched it, but he was always, I'm like, what woman wants to put up with that type of shit? So let's go here. So this is what apparently happened. Now, I would take the kids' words. I mean, kids are going to protect both parents, but the whole she leaving him because he is nonsense, or because she nursed him back to health and leave. So it's one of the boys talking. Let's go.
The internet's been in an uproar about the situation. I'm going to touch on it briefly. First and foremost, I want to say I love both my parents, but the situation that is put before y'all is not how it went down. I'm not about to get into all the details, but long story short, my mom didn't want to leave. She was quote unquote damn near forced to leave.
Hence why he's still in the house during the stream with Neon. That's their house. The house that he's streaming in with Neon, with the old Puerto Rican Mexican looking chick. That's their house. That's the house she was forced to leave out of. Let's continue.
I helped her leave. I'm glad she left. She's in a great spot. Shout out to Dip. Put her up nice. So she's good. My pops is good. They obviously don't fuck with each other. But I fuck with them both. And she was not wrong at all. She did not leave him because he lost his foot. That's a myth that was put out there. What else have I seen? I don't know. But my dad did a great job raising us. My mom did a great job raising us. They didn't work out, and it is what it is, man. They both doing well, and I love them both. We can move on now, unless you want to say something.
Perfect answer. Perfect answer. Perfectly stated. Now, you can come to your own conclusion and blame who you want to blame, right? Because if anybody believed that woman just left Lavar for no reason, it's crazy. And Lavar is dead wrong for lying on that lady. That lady had a whole stroke and could barely speak and walk, and Lavar talking about she left him. Yeah, and of course, you know, the anti-marriage bros are going to go in because they sense what they thought was blood in the water and make their silly commentary. Let's see. I told y'all LeVar Ball was full of it. Alonzo confirmed it. His wife never wanted to leave him, but like I told y'all, he's a narcissist, misogynistic man that was a great father, but a terrible husband to his wife. Two things can be true, yes. And you can hear it in his son's voice, coming to terms with the reality that your dad treated your mom like shit and you still love him, but she needs to leave him so bad the sons help pack his shit. How do you force your wife to leave? Wow. I'm here for it, man. This is their house that him and Tina had. I remember this set up from the reality show. How you just bring another woman? Okay, y'all got it, man. Y'all got it, man. So you done brought a whole old chick into the wife's house. Wow. Nasty work. Now this is what he said.
You know, with my wife, you know, who Tina decided to go her own way. That's why you don't see her right here. But she want to go do something else, that's fine with me. We had our run. So even though she had the stroke and getting older, she would never be like, oh man, she was always beautiful in my eyes until you say, I want to go do something else. Yeah. Now you're not as beautiful to me again.
And like I said, when the story was coming out, I'm like, this is what he's saying. I need to hear from her or somebody else on the other side. And why are you saying this now? Yeah, women just don't leave you. I mean, you got to do some. After 30 years, I'll take the son at his word, but he going to ride for both parents. But y'all, in his mind, y'all not going to make his mama look and sound crazy. That's what you're not going to do, is talk bad about his mama. Okay? Yeah, great father, terrible husband. Two things can be true at the same time. It happens. Happens more often than not. Okay? Provider, protector doesn't necessarily mean the best nurturer or lover, you know what I'm saying? Okay? But I want to see, let me get to this. Let me see. Ball reality show. Let's see if we can find some clips of him talking bad to Tina. Ball in the Family. This is back in 2017? Yeah, I sure was not watching this. Let's see here.
I believe in the family brand, but I can't fully commit to them right now. I'm gonna take this year, go out there and do my job.
Look at that talk. Oh, you got some hands. Hey, catch this, homie. All love. My man.
Yeah, good looking out, man. Me and Tina just came from Toronto. And then we went to see the start of Zoe's season.
How about Zoe? Knocking down that 3.
And celebrate Zoe's birthday.
There you go.
I've never been to New Orleans before.
He looks like a different man almost.
And I'm coming to get live.
Hey, homie.
It's called The End. That's a 6 million scope. Support you and everything's going good.
But that is it?
Yeah.
Hey! Hi! Hey! What's going on?
This ain't real fire, is it?
Yeah, it's real fire. And it don't go off either. It
You
stays
kidding
on.
me?
Around the whole neighborhood, everybody has one. Yeah.
What?
The movie room.
Dog.
Yeah.
Like,
I got ID next day. I said, oh no.
Would
have loved to watch Zion play, but
yeah.
You know,
It's just something from the heart. I feel good
He looks like a totally different man.
on anything, man. So it's like we finna be top notch, and plus.
Let's stop there. Let's see. Tina ball stroke.
Most people know about the First Lady of the Ball family after her heartbreaking stroke. But here's her personality unrestricted.
Academically, athletically, we're just really proud that he's here. And it is such a good feeling that he's a young man. You know, he's become a young man and he's done great, and we're really happy he's here.
Her youngest son is holding a picture of her during her teaching days. She was a public school teacher, and as her family grew, so did her time spent in the gym with them. And she didn't mind it one bit, because she was an athlete.
Tina used to get MVP for her league in high school because she led them in rebounding, she led them in scoring, and she led them in the goal.
Yes. You was a 3?
Yes.
You had a jumper? Mid-range only, huh?
No. I still have a great article that was published about Tina was in the paper all the time.
Okay, let's go.
Do you know how to play? Yeah, you got to
Do I? Where do you think you learned to play from?
My dad? Yeah, tell me real good.
Your dad?
She a spicy white woman. She's one of those white women that got a little bit of soul in her. Yeah, I know niggas was on her. I know cats was on her.
Learned to play from your mom.
And she played dominoes. And she played dominoes. Lord have mercy.
As you can see, Tina is no pushover. Competitive, feisty, and full of personality. Nothing changed. She just couldn't let it out. She was actually a quite well-spoken person. Talk to him.
My goal, we laugh at so. My goal, for all of us was just to really improve on what we all do as leaders. And I mean, that means you, Jill, like you said, stepping up, and I'm proud of you. So far, you guys have done a great job.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. You look like we need to go back upstairs.
I thought he was crazy.
Okay, so let's get to the stroke.
I was outside working with some kids, and then Big Bobby came inside and said, "Hey, Lavar, I need you inside for what?" And I said, "Hey, what the hell? Tina's inside. Go get her. I'm out here with all these kids. I don't need to be doing that. I'm doing something else." And he was like, "No, it is Tina." And I was like, "Oh." Inside, and she was laying on the couch, and her eyes was just going up in the hand. I was like, "Tina, you up?" And she was like, just looking in the days, like, now.
Man, whoever produced this video, music too loud.
That's your mom, but that's my girl. I got her. She's got long hair, and I think when she feels her hair, it's not all there. She might be thinking, "Oh, no, I don't look as good as I normally do." And the way I always told her is like, I don't care if your eye is on the side of your face, your nose is crooked, and your lip is down. You still gonna look beautiful to me because I only see you one way. And as long as she can do two things, we good. One is smile, the other one is
So you mean to tell me this woman got time to worry about new dick, and she just trying to get the use of her right arm back? And y'all niggas be killing me, man. Y'all want marriages to fall so bad, and you want the woman to be the blame for everything so fucking bad.
Sir boys. She's going
like this gender war content has ruined you guys' ability to just critically think, just like really process information.
Get better. I know it. Whether it takes 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, where am I going? We all in this together. We got a good team. You going faster, higher. There you go. Come on, T. That's good. Squat. Some more. You want to stop? Yeah. You want to stop? No. Exactly. Only your left foot. Your left foot got to get in there first. Where's your left foot at? That's your left foot. So put it on the thing. There we go. That's cool, huh?
Wow, this is
He had
sad.
4 books. He had
Music too loud,
4
sir. Whoever did this video,
books.
Jesus, man.
Huh?
Yes. Good job. Can. I can ride a bike. I can ride a bike.
You feel all good. I'm looking at the progress that Tina's making, and it's great. I'm looking, move.
Patience. Yeah.
You think this woman trying? Jesus, I can't. Some of y'all got it, man. It ain't worth it. It's not even worth the time and effort to combat these narratives at this point.
9, 10. You were just the best. Good job.
Hop aboard, baby. There we go.
Why you ride him so high up? You forgot? You don't want me to tell you, right?
No.
All right, well, you got time. Go ahead and think about it.
So this is the woman that nursed this maniac, right? Or left him after he lost his leg because he didn't want to take care of himself, right? Because diabetes, that's you can fix that. That's self-inflicted. So you mean to tell me, according to y'all, this woman who's barely functioning and barely mobile had bigger plans to leave her? Okay, gotcha. Man, I hate this for her. This is sad. I hate this for her.
Well, thank you, dear Lo.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, nice.
Good.
Job.
Good.
Job.
I know what you're saying.
Yes. All right.
Come at me. That's it. Straight out. Good. There you go.
This the woman y'all said chose to leave her marriage because he said to go for another man and didn't want to stick around for his little leg amputation. Boy, y'all.
And stop. All right. Very good.
So will we get the whole cadre of videos with Lonzo saying what really took place? Yes or no? Will y'all make content on what he said, pretty much refuting everything that has been coming out the last 2 weeks? Yes or no? No, because we're a clickbait society. I know. We're a clickbait society. I get it.
Go, Tina. There you go. Keep going.
Hell, I see the mama more than I see Lavar.
I see a whole different change in her.
Lights on. Strawberry milk Lavar. She's making some real headway, don't you think? Of course. Thank you. You're getting clogged. You're welcome. Do you like
How come I see the parents more than I see Lavar?
It's good, isn't it? Yes. You couldn't be at a better place.
And here's a date between Lavar and Tina, before and after, to contrast.
We need to go back upstairs. No. 40 years later, would you think we'd still be here doing the same thing that when we started off when I first met you?
No, I didn't believe we were having all boys like you told me when I first met you.
I don't think people understand how much time we put into this. The direction that we're going with this is on a whole different level.
Whoa.
There you go. You look nice, girl.
You see how slim he was? You see how much weight, how slim homeboy was, and then I don't know what happened. He got lazy. I don't know, lost the drive and packed on a bunch of weight, and then didn't want to course correct with his health. And you can't fix diabetes, people. It is reversible.
Come on. Ready to go have a drink? Hey, I'll tell you what though. I could have never done it without you. It's a fun journey. I got to tell you.
Yes. Fun journey. Yes. Beat the odds. You have no idea how she has beat the odds.
She definitely beat the odds. Some don't make it back from a stroke. Thank God she did.
Ball facts coming back at you again, and you see what we got.
It's been a while since a day went by that someone hasn't messaged me asking for a new Tina video. And although my schedule is pretty hectic these days, I had to stop and do one in honor of the Triple B Queen. People really want to know what Tina is like. And since I've had the pleasure of being in her presence a few times, I do my best to share some of her story with the world. A lot of people wanted to know what she was like before, and they want to know what she's like after, and it's been my pleasure to bring it to you right here on Ball Facts.
Okay, Ball Facts, just, bruh, the music's too loud. The music's too loud. This was a year ago. This was a year ago, okay? This was a year ago. This was a year. Oh, come back and clear this up. Yeah, this was a year ago. Look at that. She was my middle school PE teacher in 97 to 99. She was a supporter and push you to your best abilities. I remember Lavar would go to the school and give us his motivation speech and would share stories of his NFL career. Okay. Okay. All right. Now I'm just waiting for the slew of videos for people to come back and kind of walk back with all the content they made, but it never happens, y'all. It never happens. Let's see if we can see. So you don't force the woman out her damn home that she turned into a home with you. Okay. This is old. So no new updates, which I wouldn't expect. Okay. Well, at least TMZ is picking it up. At least TMZ is doing their part. At least TMZ is doing their part. Same clip.
Situation. I'm going to touch on it briefly. First and foremost, I want to say I love both my parents. But the situation that is put before y'all is not how it went down. I'm not about to get into all the details. But long story short, my mom didn't want to leave. She was quote unquote, they're forced to leave. I helped her leave. I'm glad she left. She's in a great spot. Shout out to Dip. Put her up nice. So she's good. My pops is good. They obviously don't fuck with each other.
This is sad.
But I fuck with them both. And she was not wrong at all. She did not leave him because he lost his foot. That's a myth that was put out there. What else have I seen? I don't know. But my dad did a great job raising us. My mom did a great job raising us. They didn't work out. And it is what it is, man. They both doing well, and I love them both.
Okay, so we'll couch Greg Adams and MTR. No, yeah. Are they gonna clear it? No, okay, never mind. All right. Okay. Well, I'm glad one of the sons said something. Okay. Let's get on with the Gucci Mane, man. Listen, this is so funny because this is the first thing I thought when I saw the video. This is how people expect Gucci to react. Yeah, Nick, go out like John Wick. Yes, sir. I expect you to go out like John Wick. Yes, sir. Oh no, man! Falarin got a red card. They playing right now. Oh, y'all ain't telling me that the USA playing right now. But this is how I expect Gucci Mane to act. Yes, sir. You spent 20 years crafting this image of a hard, stone cold, no nonsense type of guy, and you got a body on you, even though it's self-defense, but that kind of gave you even more street cred. I need you to go out like the streets. Hold on, let me pull up this match, y'all, because I need to see what my boys are doing. Yeah, this is the knockout round. Here we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Y'all didn't tell me the damn match was on. You guys suck. Anywho, okay, let's go here. Let's break this thing down. Let's go.
You drunk this done.
Oh, we up. Oh, we got this, y'all. We up. 2-0, 87 minutes. Oh, we up. Okay. We got this. Let's go.
It's a done deal, bro.
Ooh, we got the Draco.
It's a done deal, bro.
Goddamn.
Let them know you dropping me,
I
bro.
drop you.
No, say it.
Who should actually drop from 10-17?
Shout out to real nigga. Ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on.
Bro, we just did that. That's done.
What you do?
You drop. You said you want to be dropped. You drop.
That's not how it works, sir. You need paperwork to drop somebody. a verbal statement under duress, sir. He has a firearm that fires a 7.62 by 39 round. In the vicinity. That's not a legal. It's not a legal maneuver. Okay, this is under duress. But let's continue.
Sign the paper.
I signed the paper. It's done.
Shit, what shit? You drunk this done deal. Bro, let them know
It's a done deal.
Bro,
It's a done deal.
Let them know you drop him. You drop him. No, say it.
Who should I say drop from 1017?
Shout out to real nigga. Ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on.
Bro, we just did that. That's done.
What you do?
You drop. You said you want to be dropped. You drop.
You signed the paper
I
and
signed the paper.
everything.
It's done.
Okay. No, you should have went out like John Wick. Sorry. Where you should have channeled East Atlanta Santa and turned into Snow Mane, Gucci Mane, and the Bart Simpson Gucci Mane that squared up on somebody in a mall 30 years ago. Yeah, he's done for sure. He's done. But he's still, for all that shit that Gucci was talking for 20 years on wax. I'm just saying, man, should have done something. This person said this shit looks way stupider than I had been envisioning. Oh my gosh. You ain't going nowhere, cuz. Yeah, we need this version of Gucci. Where is this version of Gucci Mane? What you supposed to do hey, listen, honestly, let's play devil's advocate. If he'd have rushed the dude right here,
Shit. You dropping this done.
Look. Now, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm Monday morning quarterbacking this. Yes, I'm on some John Wick shit. He's not. No one's expecting him to go at the dude with the gun. He's not. No one's expecting. That's what you do. What's least expected. Okay. And yeah, you go after dude with the gun. He's not expecting it. He doesn't strike me as a somebody that's heavily into firearms or, combat defense. He doesn't strike me as that type. One of those other guys would have froze because they'd be like, oh, wait, this wasn't part of the plan. And then you had maybe two more to kind of wrestle you off. I don't know, but he's not expecting him to do anything. That's the thing. And once again, I'm being ignorant, but 9 times out of 10, when someone pulls a gun out, they're not expecting to use it, and they're not expecting you to rush them either. Okay? This is way too close. Look, this is way too close. So you're pointing it down, not pointing it at me. I got an opportunity here. Yeah, there's 3 other guys, but guess what's going to happen? One of those guys is going to freeze up because they see us tussling over the gun. Wrist control, possibly get control of the finger. He's not expecting, okay? That's just my thing, okay? All right. Hey, listen. This man, come on, man. For 25 years, Gucci Mane has fed y'all what? Positive music? Uplifting music? No, nigga, I need you to be that person that you were on wax. All those mixtapes that we all bought and listened to. I need East Atlanta Santa. I need the Bart Simpson to come on out and put in work. Now all of a sudden, come on, slide now, live to fight another day. Man, if y'all don't get that bullshit out of my face with that's nonsense. Nonsense. Listen, you're up this close on somebody and you're not pointing at him. The last thing he's expecting is anyone to rush him. Look how close he is. Man, I found you don't go ahead and just take that from him. Once again, I'm not giving no pass to a guy that has promoted, less than high vibrational music for 25 years. When it's really go time, I need you to go. So Gucci Mane can't, hell no. Nope. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Oh man, they getting it. Oh, we got 10 minutes of garbage time. Shh. We got 10 minutes of garbage time, y'all. Anywho, nah, man. Nah. Hey, No. Because in real street politics, no one's going to be like, oh, yeah, that was 20 years ago. I'm going to let it slide. That's not how this works. When they all flee to Miami, when they all flee to Ecuador and their past catches up to them, you know, no one's saying, oh, that was 20 years ago. We're going to let it go. No, sir. You still owe for what you did many, many years ago. Okay? So I don't feel bad for Gucci Mane. Even though Pooh and them, they're going to go away for life, damn near. Nigga, I need you to go ahead and turn into East Atlanta Santa. I need you to channel that Bart Simpson energy and put in work. So I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. You know, why should I feel bad? Why do y'all feel bad for him? Yeah, matter of fact, that's the better question. Why do y'all feel bad for Gucci Mane after watching this? Let's watch it again. I'm not understanding. Why y'all feel bad for him?
Shit, oh, shit. You dropping this dumb bitch. Bro, let them know
It's a
you
done
going
deal.
on, bro.
It's a done deal.
Let them know you dropping me,
I'll
bro.
drop you.
No, say it.
Who should actually drop from 1017?
Shout out to real nigga ain't never did no police shit or none of that, bro. Tell them what's going on.
You helped raise a Pooh Shiesty. Man, come on, man. For 25 years, you have groomed and fed these little Pooh Shiesties the idea, the imagery, the lifestyle, right? All the highs and lows. And now when the little baby Pooh Shiesty grow up and you cross paths with him, now it's a problem. But sir, you helped raise this young man. You probably have more influence over him than his own daddy. I don't feel bad for this nigga. And I don't understand why y'all feel bad for him too. That makes no sense to me. None. What y'all think because you did something 20 years ago? Karma is like, oh, well, that was 20 years ago. What the fuck? What part of society forgives you for something you did 20 years ago? Well, I'm not understanding that part. I don't get that part. Oh, you're a family man now. Oh, okay. Right. And so only when it comes to you and you're in a different state of mind and you've grown now, you no longer indulge in those vices and in those ways, or you've expanded your thinking. No, that's not how this works, man. That's not how this works. Sorry, but no, Pooh Shiesty's done. Pooh Shiesty's done. But I enjoy watching him get laid down, though. Okay, so I'm going through all my main topics, and I'm okay with that. Let's go to the Boston Celtics trading Jaylen Brown. Now, I don't know what to tell you. This is not about championships. Okay, it's not about championships. These teams are still going to be worth billions of dollars. And these fans that complain are still going to show up and spend the monies. They're just bodies to them. Man, I just got done watching Moneyball. Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, excellent movie about how they view athletes. They're just bodies. Man, those phone calls when he's making Willie Bean on the phone with the other GMs, like, hey, I want this. Give me some cash. You know, I'm looking to get rid of somebody, and it's just like so just cold, like their product. And you think Jaylen Brown is any different? You know, nobody is bigger than a program. So, but it gets even it's even dicier though, because now we have private equity firms buying into sports. Now, once private equity firms show up, everybody go home. So let's do this. And I've said this many times before. We've broken down all the teams, all their valuations from NFL to NBA. It's not about winning championships. That's only for you peasants. Only peasants care about championships. So all the New York peasants, and I respectfully call y'all peasants because it's surface level. It's surface level. But let's go here.
The elephant in the room is this tanking situation.
The Utah Jazz resting star players for an entire fourth quarter of a game that they were actually leading.
It's an embarrassment. It's horrible.
Everyone keeps arguing about why teams aren't trying hard enough to win. For decades, owners chased championships. Losing didn't just hurt the team, it hurt their owner's reputation in their city. But something is changing. The people buying teams and what they want from them is different now. Now, teams are treated like Wall Street investments, and if the goal is maximizing the money you make, winning doesn't always matter the way it used to. But the real question is, why have owners become comfortable losing? Because today, many owners don't actually need to win to make money.
Is that right? So championships don't matter. Haven't mattered for a very long time. As a Chicago sports fan, I learned this at the age of 10. I learned this at the age of 10. Matter of fact, it was age 11. The Bears won in 85, 86. They blew the team up. The Bears won in 85. One of the greatest defenses, if not the greatest defense ever. Pretty good offense, but they're known for the defense. And in 86, blew the fucking team all the way up. Didn't want to pay these guys what they're worth. And my dad sat me down and said, hey, it's not about winning. Some things are just beyond winning. And I didn't understand it till I got a little older. I was like, oh, 86, I believe the Giants won it with Phil Simms. They didn't want to pay Wilbur. They didn't want to pay Dan. They didn't want to pay Mike. They didn't want to pay Richard. They didn't want to pay Mongo. They didn't want to pay whoever. You know what I'm saying? you know, let's go. Let's go here. Let's keep it going.
And that question leads straight to private equity. Today, nearly 2/3 of the NBA, more than half of Major League Baseball, nearly a third of the NFL and NHL, and half of MLS has a connection to private equity.
That's why all the logos and all the patches on the jerseys and on the floors, all the company logos and on the billboards now. You knew it was over once you started seeing other patches on the logo, company patches on the logo. All right, USA did that. USA did that. USA did that. Yeah, the brothers. Yeah, there you go. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. There you go. To the zip. Yeah, we here now. We here now. Hey, did y'all see the match between Norway and Ivory Coast? That was nasty, man. That was nasty. A lot of racial tension in that match. I was watching that shit. I said, look at all these goddamn Swedish Vikings. And, you know, the Ivory Coast brothers were jacked too. You know what I'm saying? They had a bunch of Obafemis on that team. It was like Thor versus Obafemi. I was like, this is a good ass match. But they lost at the very last minute, man. I was like, oh my God, they lost 2-1. Big Thor hit a shot, kicked it in off a pass. I was like, God damn, but that was a good ass match. But there was a lot of racial tension in that match. A lot of racial tension in that match. I mean, one side of the team was all black, chocolate black, and the other side was all just blue-eyed blonde. I think I might have seen one mixed Norwegian on that team. Might have been the goalie, but everybody else was all fucking name. They looked like their names were Sven and Olin and Thor. And they had a bunch of Obafemis on the other side. That was a good ass match though. Let's continue.
In just 2024 alone, private equity deals in sports hit $31.6 billion. So why are billionaire team owners, who are already people with enormous amounts of money, bringing these firms into sports?
Sir, you're asking a rhetorical question. Extremely rhetorical. But I get it. I get it. Some people are slow.
Private equity is how Bill Chisholm, the new owner of the Boston Celtics, made all of his money. And in August 2025, he bought his favorite childhood team. That's the fairy tale version of the story. But this is the part.
Look at this shit. So he bought it for $6.1 billion, on pace to become the first team in NBA history to surpass $500 million in combined payroll and luxury tax next season. You think they give a fuck about a goddamn Jaylen Brown?
that most people missed. Chisholm didn't actually buy the team alone. He couldn't. He didn't have enough money by himself. So to pull it off, he needed over $1 billion in help from one of the most powerful private equity firms in the world, Sixth Street. On paper, Sixth Street only owns part of the team. But according to sources close to the Celtics and with Sixth Street, the private equity firm has a lot more power than they're admitting publicly. Even though Sixth Street isn't listed as the new owner of the team, the influence they have over the team is enormous, but it's quiet. This is how it looks on the surface. Chisholm is the face of the franchise. With Groesbeck, the previous owner stayed on in an advisory role, and Sixth Street was just a financial partner, hands off. But behind the scenes, the power dynamic is different. According to multiple sources close to the Celtics, this was the timeline. Step 1, Chisholm approached Sixth Street, the partner, on a bid for the Celtics. Step 2, Sixth Street puts in more money than Chisholm, a structure that violated the NBA's rules on how much private equity can own for an NBA team. Step 3, despite that, the Celtics publicly announced the sale anyway, with Chisholm as the lead buyer, even though he had less money in the sale than Sixth Street. And step 4, that public announcement.
Man, if a company or a team you own generates, I don't know, hundreds of millions of dollars a year without fail, do you really care about a championship like that? When you go out to every game, home game is sold out, and you're making money off everything from concessions to merchandise to parking, are you really giving a fuck about a championship like that? Really? But okay. Some may.
Helped Chisholm raise money from other investors, allowing him to reduce Sixth Street's percentage after the fact and bring the deal into compliance with the NBA's rules on private equity. So while the NBA was eventually able to get Chisholm and the Celtics to comply with their rules around private equity, the power dynamic was already set. Chisholm could not have bought the Celtics without the help of private equity. And both sides know this. I talked to a source close to Sixth Street who said that part of the reason why they went in on this deal with Bill Chisholm is because they'd had a relationship with him outside of sports. They knew him and they trusted him and they wanted him, because he was a Celtics fan, to be the face of the sale and be the face of the ownership group for the new Boston Celtics, owned in part by the private equity firm. That relationship gives Sixth Street a lot of power over Chisholm and the Celtics. And because of that, there's a catch in the ownership structure of how this deal was made. Sixth Street negotiated what's called a preferred share, a special kind of equity within the team that guarantees that the private equity firm gets their money back first if anything goes wrong. If the Celtics lose value, Sixth Street still gets all of their money back. If the other owners lose money on the Celtics, Sixth Street doesn't lose any of it. In a traditional team structure, power equates ownership percentage. If you own 30%, you get 30% of the vote. But preferred shares break that logic. Sixth Street could own 10% or 15%, but they would have way more influence than that percentage indicates. So while the Celtics want you to believe that Bill Chisholm is the most powerful person in the organization, the actual power structure centers around the private equity firm Sixth Street. I reached out to representatives for both the Celtics and Sixth Street, and both did not respond to requests for comment.
Of course. Okay. So now, does the Jaylen Brown trade make more sense now? They don't care about Jaylen Brown. They got their little ring to keep you peasants happy for another 15 years, for another 15-year drought. You understand? Like, what I'm starting to see now, every decade, these teams have these long-ass droughts. Hey, give them let them win. Let them have it this year. Keep their fans happy. Everybody cool with that? Okay, we cool with that. So whoever had these long ass drought, they get a little championship. Come on, the Knicks, 53 fucking years. Seriously, you mean to tell me? Let's take the New York Knicks for example. You mean to tell me for 53 years? Let's take Boston. How long was the Boston Bambino curse? That was like, it was. Wait. Oh wait, we're gonna go down this rabbit hole. Okay, how long was the Bambino curse? It was 86 years. Do you know how many people, grandparents, died the night they won this championship in 04? Did y'all hear about all the reports of old people dying the night they won? Like, the only thing my grandfather wanted to do was live long enough to see the Bambino curse lifted. So many old heads were dying the night they won. That's crazy. 86 years for them to lift the curse. Right? So the Knicks, 53 years. Hey, y'all, it's been a while since we had one. Can we? You think we can get one this year? Everybody cool with that? Yeah, let them have it this year. Let them have it this year. You got to keep the peasants happy. You got to give them a reason to keep coming back and spending money, right? The illusion of being a contender, or, you know, oh, we almost got there. Maybe next year, guys. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. Matter of fact, let's look up. How many people, if we can find that actual stat. But I remember the news reports that night they won. So many people were like, a lot of old people were dying. How many elderly, I don't even know if I can ask that question right. How many elderly people died the night the Red Sox won in 2004? Is that even a right question to ask? Is this even possible? There was a blood moon. Oh, wow. You can't make this up. A blood moon over Boston in 2004. Who knew this? Did anybody remember this? I don't remember none of this. An actual blood moon to end the curse. That is insane. Insane. There was a blood moon in the sky that night when I woke my daughter Paige in her crib and carried her downstairs to watch the final out with me. My wife was pregnant with our son and fell asleep early, and I needed someone to share the moment with me. Holy cow. Holy cow. Holy cow. There was a blood moon in the sky as I cried on the night of October 27, 2004. I don't think y'all remember how it was for Boston. I cried for the end of 86 years of torment and unanswered prayers, and you'll get them next year. I cried for an entire generation of fans who lived long lives and died without ever seeing the Red Sox win a World Series. I cried for my daughter who was asleep in my arms and my son who was unborn. Do y'all hear this? Are you listening to this shit? Look at this. I cried for every blood moon that I had ever seen before and every blood moon that I would ever see again. I cried, then I called my father. He answered the phone on the first ring. They did it. I know, and I said didn't know what else to say, afraid I might cry again. Can you imagine calling your dad because your favorite sports team won? Like, what? Are you kidding me right now? I don't think y'all understand. There's a documentary, I think it's on HBO Max or Netflix. It's a Red Sox documentary. I don't think we gotta go back, y'all. We gotta go back. That shit was pandemonium when they won. I don't think y'all understand. Any other team winning the World Series. Nah, this was different. You knew watching this way back then. It's like, this is a little different. It ain't like when the Yankees always win this shit, or when Oakland won it, or the Toronto won it. This ain't like, or when Florida won it. This ain't like that. This shit was, I think the closest one I can remember coming even anything close to this was the Cubs, when the Cubs won in what year was the Cubs win? That was pretty close. But this shit went to the Yankees the next year. But this shit, man, this was different.
Let's go out to Frank Carpano with the latest from Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Frank.
Hey, Gene, what a wild scene here. The Red Sox, the world champion Red Sox. What a great ring that has to it.
Well, Red Sox fans had been long suffering, waiting for that special night when they could call their team World Series champions. They've been disappointed so many times over the years, but this was going to be a special night.
The championship trophy has been walked out to the mound.
And our camera caught one man who was dressed in a Red Sox jersey and a Red Sox hat. And he was standing, seemed to be alone, looking up to the sky and holding a finger up. And we watched him as he mouthed the words, "For you, Dad."
Wow.
It was then that we...
Sir, your daddy is in a whole nother dimension, not thinking about no goddamn Red Sox.
Realized that there were a lot of Red Sox fans in the crowd who were celebrating with many others who were no longer with us.
Happy? You must be happy.
I'm ecstatic, you know. I can't believe the way it unfolded for us.
It's unbelievable. But for 86 years, you fans didn't give up. You waited for this night.
Yeah, this was different. Nonetheless. Oh, he was crying? Oh, come on, man. Let's go.
We have a
y'all started winning championships. When the peasants was like, hey, okay, everybody's winning now. Like, we're all winning. You understand? Like, when the peasants stopped fighting each other and realized, okay, wait, you won a couple years ago. We won this year. You know, fight for what now at this point? Completely bread and circus. Complete bread and circus. And this ain't no diss to nobody. If you're a sports fan, I used to be one. I understand it. Some things you just kind of grow out of. But hey, if you're a sports fan, no diss. Congrats to y'all's team. You Knicks fan, congrats to y'all. But 53 years, you mean to tell me y'all team was your organization could never put a team together good enough to win the whole thing in 53 fucking years? 53 years. I just want to put things in proper context, man. Like, and that was 18 years ago. Let's see when the Cubs won. Now I ain't gonna front though. I was like, yeah, okay, the Cubs. Let's go here. How long what was for them? 1908, y'all. 1908. You're talking about 100 fucking years, man. Look at this shit here. I'm not mad. I get it. I too at one point was a sports fan. I get it. Come on with the music, man. Come on with the music. Listen, I remember watching that Cubs collapse when Steve Bartman interfered with the play. But guess what? If you watch the rest of that game, the Cubs had chances to win that game. But that Steve Bartman shit, this is what I mean when the peasants, that man, life was on the line. That man was getting death threats. He had police escorts, had to move, change his name, his identity. Do you understand what Steve Bartman had to go through? Excellent documentary on him. But they really blamed him for that. And I'm like, no, if y'all watch the rest of the game, they had chances to win that game. Right? But I get it. I get it. Let's go here. The night that the Cubs won.
Well, our week-long series with the television voice of the Cubs, Len Casper, continues this evening as we talk about the night the Cubs did it. The night the Cubs won the World Series in Cleveland in 2016. Our conversation with Len Casper now continues.
A beautiful, almost June-like afternoon in Cleveland. The first two games, it was pretty cold. It kind of felt like we were definitely getting toward the winter months. But games 6 and 7, the weather was really nice in Cleveland. So that's the first thing I remember. I also was down near the Cubs clubhouse toward the end of the game because I was supposed to be on the...
I thought he was out on that play. Let's run that back again. I thought he might have been out. Hold up. Let's slow it down a bit. Let's slow it down. Let's see. Did he beat the tag? Ooh. Yeah, he got underneath. He beat it. He beat it. Okay. All right. I'm called it right. He beat it. He beat the tag. Okay. Let's go.
Down near the Cubs clubhouse toward the end of the game because I was supposed to be on the field doing a post-game interview. And so we were watching on the monitor outside the clubhouse, and they had rolled in T-shirts and champagne and all kinds of stuff for if and when the Cubs clinched. And then the Rajai Davis home run happened. And all the MLB employees came in, took all of the stuff, and took it out toward the Indians clubhouse. So that was an eerie moment. No pun intended. And then when the rain delay happened, I went back upstairs to the press box. And as you remember, it ended so quickly. It went to 17 minutes. I quickly went right back down near the clubhouse. And then in the bottom of the 10th, I was able to get through the clubhouse, splitives on the radio. And it was interesting. They were so caught up in the moment and the emotion. They knew they were on the air, but they couldn't help themselves. And, you know, in the end, I don't think anyone listening really cared that they dropped a couple four-letter words. All that they cared about was that the Cubs had won the World Series.
I'm sure you saw a great deal of this, but just realizing what that Cubs championship meant to so many people here in the Quad Cities, obviously across the state of Illinois.
Okay, I'm just making a point. I'm just making a point. I personally am not like this with sports with my daughters. We don't even watch sports like that, so we're not. No, I didn't put that on my daughter. Like, nah. Yeah, listen, Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, 4 Super Bowls in a row. Cheesy Pete's. Oh, let's see what the people are saying with Serena Williams. 20. Let me see what they're saying. I want to catch more comments. Let's see. What are they saying? She has not said she's not competing in the U.S. Open. I believe she will. They're going to give her a wild card into the U.S. Open. How's she doing a doubles match? I didn't even watch. Oh, so now they're saying she had a knee injury. See what I'm saying? Williams sustained a knee injury that could put her doubles status in question. Yeah, you're 44. Listen, I don't care how scripted the sports is. 44 is 44. Williams agent Jill Smoller confirmed her injury Wednesday, though did not rule out the 44-year-old from making her doubles appearance at the event. Serena tweaked her right knee at the end of the first set and was therefore excused from her media obligations by the Wimbledon and WTA medical teams. Then why didn't you say this when they announced that she wasn't gonna? Now you got people upset at her thinking she just, brushed it off because she could. Why didn't you just say this shit from Jump Street? She left site that night unaided and is doing everything she can to be ready for a doubles match later this week. See, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You just could have shut up a lot of rhetoric, and you just said this. Williams' knee was reportedly swollen after the match to the point where staff ordered her crutches. She declined that offer. Okay. I tweaked my knee late in the first set, but I'll be doing everything I can to be ready for doubles. Okay. Fair enough. They play tomorrow. All right. Now they're saying she didn't take part in media obligations due to injury. Well, no, when they reported that she was canceling the press conference, no one said it was because of injuries. This man, the press plays a nasty game with you. They play a nasty game with you. Okay. Once again, and then, Boston fans are just losing their minds over this Jaylen Brown. Like, how could you give us a washed up Paul George? And I mean, once again, peasants. And I ain't trying to, when I say peasants, I don't mean that in a disrespectful manner. I don't mean that at all. I know it sounds bad, but man, if you're one of those people that are really upset because of Jaylen Brown, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you are bread and circus. Like, these people Boston fans are upset right now. And this is part of the reason why they got his ass up out of here. Because he was talking smack. He went to a college. What college did he go to, y'all? Gave a speech. He gave a presentation, and it was pretty informative. But nobody likes smarty art niggas. Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Nobody likes smarty art athletes. You're paid to, like old girl told LeBron, shut up and dribble. Nobody wants to know about how big your IQ is. Nobody wants to know if you know about quantum mathematics. Nobody wants to know. No one cares. That's not why you're famous. You're not famous for your intellect. You're famous for your physicality, sir. You're very good at dribbling and shooting. Stick to that. Okay? And I commend Jaylen Brown. He's very ambitious and wanting to save the youth and all these youth programs with, with the STEM programs. Admirable. But you keep that shit on the low. You do it on the back end. You don't hold press conferences saying, "Hey, I want to invest in a charter school for the, wayward kids and underprivileged youth." And then you keep that shit to yourself. You let your charity do that. Yeah, your name's on it, but you don't mention that. How do y'all not understand how to maneuver in the greater society with these megalomaniacs? This is insane. But this is part of what got his ass up out of here.
This is just my personal opinion on basketball. Some of y'all might disagree. You know what I mean? But argue with your grandma. Flopping has ruined our game. Joel Embiid is a great player, one of the best bigs in fucking basketball history. Flops.
Sir, you about to be face to face with that man in about 24 hours. I bet I would love to see that confrontation in person. Are you gonna say that to him in his face?
He know it. This ain't breaking news. This ain't, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I can clip it up, like I said. Y'all can post it on these paid accounts that y'all, these bot, whatever. That's just my.
Okay, and what is Embiid? What is he? 7'4", 7'5"? Oh my God. Anywho, I just want y'all to see how upset these people are. Everybody's look at peasants.
Look, I just know that the Celtics felt that even though Jaylen Brown was talking about himself for MVP, or there was this MVP campaign for Jaylen Brown, the Celtics did not feel that Jaylen had the best season on their team. And I don't mean Jason Tatum. I'm talking about they felt that Derek White had a better season.
Despite the fact he had a poor shooting season.
And then the sports announcers help feed and fan the flames that the peasants use to cook their meat and bread over the fires. Okay?
But they felt he impacted winning
There's a whole ecosystem here.
The statistics that people use to analyze.
Yeah, on, off, and whatnot.
Yeah. Jordan did it the best. Exactly. Keep your mouth shut. Play your game. Sell your products. Stay out of politics and religion. Yeah, I want everybody to buy Jordans. I get it. And then years later, it comes out with all the things he did on the back end for people. That's how it's supposed to go. Right? Same thing with Michael. Same thing with Prince, Aretha. You didn't know some Black Panther got bailed out because Shaka Khan bailed him out. We should know about that years after. Keep your head, play your game, master your craft, sell your product. And then when you're done, retired and you're old, then you be a fucking activist on the front lines. You know what I'm saying? Like how this shit is so simple. It is so simple. Let me see. Is he mad?
You know what's so crazy? I was just editing a video talking about how Rob Pelinka might be the worst GM and stuff like that. Nah, Brad Stevens, you take the cake, my nigga.
This is peasant talk, but come on.
You take the cake. You take the cake for hands down the worst.
Yeah, Kobe minded his business until he got out. Didn't want to take on Big Pharma. Nah, he shouldn't have done that. But nonetheless, this is all peasant talk.
First trade so far this offseason. No troll. You gave up your 2024 Finals MVP for Podcast P, my nigga. Podcast P. And a bag of chips. Funyuns and cheese doodles, my nigga. Doritos and Wise chips, my nigga. What are you doing? Brad Stevens, what are you doing?
This is peasant talk.
Doing?
Pay attention.
You just killed the entire Celtics dynasty. I'm not gonna lie, Celtics, y'all got no chance no more. I'm sorry, Celtics fans on my page. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I'd be lying if I told y'all that y'all niggas had a shot.
This nigga got a whole dermal in his face. Okay, I thought dermals went out of fashion 10 years ago. This fool has a whole dermal in his face.
Jaylen Brown off your team.
Sir,
I'm not gonna
I
lie.
can't listen
Let's
to
keep
you.
the buck. Keep the buck. Jaylen Brown.
Sir, you have a dermal in the side of your face. I'm not listening to no young man that has a dermal in his face. Okay? But everybody's upset. Everybody's upset. What you mad for? Matter of fact, let me find what school was he speaking at? What school was he at that he gave a presentation at? It was just recently, y'all. It was just recently. Jaylen Brown's, let's say, school speech. Oh no, let's school present. Let's do presentation, yeah. Here we go. He spoke on social engineering. This is part of what got him out of here. Listen, sir, young man. Listen. I love his intellect. I love his brain. But this ain't the time to show all that. This ain't the time to show them how intelligent you are and how forward thinking you are. No, sir, you gotta kind of play dumb. Nigga, you 6'6", 220. I need you to play like a 6'6", 220. I need you to play dumb for a little bit. But this is what partly what got him up out of Boston. You can't be no smarty art nigga, man.
Talking about breaking panopticism, also algorithmic social engineering. If I control the technology.
This man sounds like a damn high school teacher or a first year college professor. Sir, you play NBA? You're an NBA basketball player talking like this? No, sir, you are a problem. Sir, you are a problem.
I can dictate the market. I'll explain what that means. Michel Foucault, a French philosopher in 1975, in their work Discipline and Punish, talked about panopticism. She based it off of a prison design, right? It was a prison design with a watchtower in the middle of the prison. And this theory was that, like, by putting the watchtower in the middle, the prisoners would police themselves because they're under surveillance. So physical authority has shifted to psychological authority, right? And over time, their behaviors change, and this causes a term she calls dynamic normalization. So in the digital age, the watchtower has transferred. So through technology, through bots, through fake viral clips.
What are we all doing listening to this young man talk? We're not impressed with his intellect. We're shaking our heads like you letting them, you just telling all your shit. We're just shaking our heads like, and you just let them know that all this is inside of you right now. This ain't the time to show off. This ain't the time to show off. If your intellect was that important, sir, you'd be in an educational program. You'd be on some fast track educational program. You're here because you can play ball. Okay? You're here because you play ball very well. But come on.
Fake accounts, you can police platforms and algorithmically influence society with the technology that you can control. The technology that you can control.
Sir, you're missing the whole point of my whole breakdown. You're missing the whole point. You're missing the whole point. But you got it, man. You got it.
Can dictate the market. We see it across various industries all the time. A lot of people have seen some of my quarrels with the media industry. That's kind of the reason why I started streaming. You know, some of you have seen my stream and going off on Stephen A. Smith. But exactly. But Stephen A. works for ESPN. ESPN is controlled by Disney. Stephen A. doesn't choose the topics. Somebody chooses them for him. You know, his willingness has made him extremely valuable to these companies. But you know, a lot of these companies and corporations, they
see, you talking too much, sir. You trying to educate the peasants? We can't have you doing that, sir. You're going against the program. You think you're bigger than the program. Okay.
Meet 4 times a year and talk about amongst various industries how they can socially engineer and influence our minds, right, through the technology that they can control without us really even paying attention and even noticing it. Just like the Michel Foucault theory, where I was talking about the watchtower that is policing the prisoners. Bots, comments, positive comments or negative comments could affirm whatever agendas that they want to push. They can create the bots, they can control kind of the approvals or disapprovals of what is in society. Another example is kind of like group thinking. If I control a bunch of platforms, or I control a bunch of accounts, or have a bunch of partners that are all in cahoots with me. I can also socially engineer conversations, start trends, kind of create a herd mentality where you think it's natural, but it's all algorithmically engineered to dictate the market. And then the last one I would say is like the digital dopamine. A lot of us are addicted to social media. We don't even know it, right? The rewarding feeling of getting likes, the rewarding feeling of getting impressions can cause addiction. And the opposite of that.
Listen, do this when you're done playing ball. Do this when you're done playing ball, when they have one less leash around your neck. Oh, but okay.
Can cause the opposite, anxiety and depression. This is all reinforcing the overarching Michel Foucault's theory, the Watchtower. And the philosophy is that physical authority has shifted to psychological authority. I was doing media after Celtics practice, and a writer came up to me and was asking me questions about politics and sports. And I just thought I'll just share my thoughts, the things that I learned at Berkeley. And I ended up telling him that sports is used as a mechanism for control. So that's exactly what he titled the article. Jaylen Brown says sports is used as a mechanism for control. I gained some support, but mostly I got a lot of backlash. The front office, Danny Ainge at the time, called me into his office and was like, "How could you say this? You're saying sports is used as a mechanism for control."
So they were already warning you. So he said, Danny Ainge called him into the office and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" So he's been warned. They'll give you a chance. They'll bring you in for that one-on-one, be like, hey, all that, stop that shit.
But you just benefited from sports and changed your family generationally. And he's right. And I told him sports can be used to do great things, bring people together, change people's lives, inspire people, motivate, but it also can be used as the opposite. So I told Danny, it could be used as a way to distract people from what's really going on in society. There's panopticons, watchtowers, that exist within sports as well, where media training is like a way of programming athletes to think, act, and behave the same. Nothing controversial, nothing political, nothing unsafe. And the people that I admire the most were the exact opposite of that. Muhammad Ali, Bill Russell, Jim Brown, they all use their platforms for something beyond sports. So while I'm here, while I got my platform, those who are listening and those who may be listening in the future back home, I just want to encourage people to be not afraid to be who you are, be proud of where you come from, and to think critically and think for yourself. When I was in high school, I had to make a big decision. I was the #1 player in the country. People would think that's an easy decision to make. It's actually one of the hardest I've ever had to make. As an 18-year-old, you can go to any school in the world that you want to based upon your talent and your ability. How do you narrow it down, right? So, typically most human beings would see okay, players like me or people like me, let's see what other people like me, decisions they made. So that's what I kind of did. A lot of the players that were like me went to Kentucky or Kansas or North Carolina. That was the typical algorithm within a top 5 player, top 5 prospect in the world. So I made a decision at 18 that if I was going to use my platform, I was going to be in control. So instead, I went to UC Berkeley and explored my educational career versus going to what the algorithm would have preferred me to do.
So first of all, where's the sweet spot between authenticity and strategy? Because we know streaming platforms are made by the same people who are willing to cancel you when you talk about something that that is not going accordingly to what they really want people to know.
When it comes to how I decided to use my platform, I lean in on authenticity more than anything. When I made a decision about how I'm going to use my platform, I'm okay with the consequence.
Okay. So he said he okay with the consequences. Okay, you got it, bruh. Okay, he's in Orlando tonight. He's in Orlando earlier tonight. Remember when LeBron opened his mouth about China and everybody jumped him about China? Yeah. Just keep your mouth shut, man. Just master your craft, man. Okay. This is 2023.
You want to know my real introduction? You want to hear it? Yeah. My introduction to Boston, when I first got drafted, they booed me. I remember Wick calling my name, and I remember he having to defend, why he's up there not saying, we drafted Jaylen, he's gonna be one of the best players the city has ever seen. He's up there, defending the pick, we're sticking with it. Y'all, get over it. This is who we're going with. and all the fans were booing. Da, 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 da. I remember that was my first memory of Boston. I didn't care, to be honest. You know, like before I got drafted, honestly I told God to put me where He needed me, and He chose me to be here for whatever reason. I remember distinctly I didn't care where I went. You know, I could have played basketball in Alaska. Like, it didn't matter.
Okay. Listen, everybody can appreciate an intelligent person, but the world we live in, the politics we had to deal with on the everyday, like, this is not going to end well for him. But, you know, he thinks he's different. He thinks he's about, you know, special. He thinks he's bigger than the game. Okay. Everybody's crashing out. Peasants crashing out. So this was in the University of Morocco. Okay. I'm not mad, but there's a time and place for everything, bro. Okay, look at this. We were right. They hated that Jaylen Brown is an intelligent black man who is outspoken and confident. Brad Stevens and the Celtics saw that as a threat and polarizing. And you don't think other owners feel the same way? This is peasant talk, y'all. It's called the Good Old Boys Club for a reason. It's called peasant talk. Matter of fact, let's go look at all what the nationalities of all the NBA owners look like. What do all of the NBA owners look like? Let's do that. Okay, this should be 2021. Let's go here. 2021 NBA owners from oldest to youngest. Okay, this Herbert Simons 91, the Pacers. Jerry Reinsdorf 89. Just pay attention to the ethnicity, nationality, whatever you want to choose for the. Larry Tannenbaum 80. Gail Benson. Gail Benson 78. She is the widow of Tom Benson. Oh, the Pelicans. Okay. Mickey Arison 76. And Walton Cronkey. Okay, pay attention. James Dolan, the Knicks, right? Okay. Steve Ballmer, right? Joe Lacob, Ted Leonissus, or Leonissus, whatever. Tillman Fertitta. He's one of them Fertitta boys that they bought the UFC. They're running with Dana. Vivek Ranadive. So we got our first Indian, Sacramento Kings. Jody Allen, Clay Bennett, Dan Devos, Tony Resler, Wesley Edens, Whit Grusbeck, Jeannie Buss. Listen, if I could just get into her circle. Let's continue. Dan Gilbert, Tom Gores, Joseph Tsai. So we got Indian and an Asian. Josh Harris, Rick Schnall. Okay, so there's two of them. The former Gabe Plotkin and the latter is Schnall. So who's who? Okay, wait. Let me look them up. There you go. So it didn't go to a brother. Okay. So no brother so far. All right, let's continue. No brother so far. So that's Rick. This is Rick. Oh, no. That's Rick. Okay, this is Rick. Let's continue. Patrick Dumont, Mark Lohr, Ryan Smith, Robert Pera, Matt Ishbia, Peter Holt. So that's all your NBA team owners. I didn't see no brothers. Michael was the last one we had, right? Michael gave it up and went on the NASCAR truck racing. But I don't see no brothers. Okay. All right. Okay. Could be something, could be nothing. Okay. So this is who all the Celtics get for Jaylen Brown. They get Paul George, 2 first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks. Now, anybody on paper can tell you that's not a good trade. Anybody can look at that and tell you that's not a good trade. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. My bad. Okay, here we go. So, Jaylen Brown history. May 2021. Brown drew coverage for discussing racism, inequality, and his experience in Boston, which became part of a broader media conversation about how black athletes are treated in the city. I get it. It's Boston. I get it. I don't think black players should be forced to keep quiet about their experiences in certain city teams. The Portland Trail Blazers documentary, that one particular team that had Damon, Rashid, Bonzi Wells, that was a good little documentary. They were telling their stories about how Portland PD and how the black folks, the white folks were looking at them when they moved into these neighborhoods. And Rashid never went back for that reunion, because they treated Rashid pretty bad. But Rashid is pretty outspoken, and they traded him to, I believe it was to Detroit, and he won a ring that next year. But so I'm okay with this. Like, listen, if you live in a racist ass, shitty ass city like Boston, like, yeah, I expect you to say something, like, because it's Boston, right? I don't know why black athletes have this this pact to not say anything bad about Boston. Like, Boston is a shitty, racist ass city. My brother went to Harvard there, so I know what he went through. But let's continue. The scrutiny here was less about a single scandal and more about his willingness to speak openly on social issues, which made him a frequent topic in sports and culture coverage. November 2022, Brown faced backlash after publicly defending Kyrie Irving during the fallout from Irving's anti-Semitism-related suspension and posting support for a crowd outside Barclays Center, which he later said he misunderstood. I believe that was the Hebrew Israelites. Now, this is one of those you just keep your mouth shut and support Kyrie on the back end. Be like, listen, I got your back, but you know what it is. We all got jobs to do, right? November 2022. Again, he also criticized Nike in that same period, which kept him in the news because it tied his comments to the broader Irving controversy and corporate criticism. That month, scrutiny centered on whether Brown was being careful enough with public messaging around sensitive social issues. This is why it's just best to just master your craft and just. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay. Let's continue. 2023 of March, Brown criticized part of the Celtics fan base as extremely toxic, and the comments sparked discussion about his relationship with Boston fans and the media's portrayal of him. Media focus in 2023 was less on-court performance and more on his public frustration with criticism, fan pressure, and the racial dynamics in Boston. I get it. May 2024, Stephen A. Smith said anonymous NBA source claimed Brown had an "I am better than you" attitude and was not as marketable as he should be, which set off a major media back and forth. Yeah, they felt he was an uppity Negro. So he got the uppity Negro label on him. July 2024, Brown responded with "State your source," and the dispute grew into a broader debate about anonymous reporting and how Brown is perceived in the league. After Brown was left off Team USA for the Paris Olympics despite winning Finals MVP, the snub became a major scrutiny point, with commentary suggesting the omission reflected league perceptions of him off the court as much as on it. Yeah, you're not bigger than the program. December 2025, Brown was fined $25,000 for a throat slash gesture after a game against Detroit, which brought negative attention for his on-court temperament. This was a smaller controversy than the 2024 Olympic and media source debate, but it kept his name in disciplinary headlines. May 2026, he was fined $50,000 after accusing officials of having an agenda against him during the playoff loss to Philadelphia, and the fine intensified scrutiny around both his comments and his playoff conduct. Nigga, shut up. You're not going to beat them. This is what I mean. Just put your head down and just dribble the ball and shut up, man. I get it. When the contract is up in Boston, leave. Right? May 2026. Coverage also revisited his remarks about Boston being his favorite year, which some media figures interpreted as a hint he might want out, fueling trade speculation and more scrutiny of his public messaging. June 2026, Brown's feud with Stephen A. flared again, with Brown criticizing ESPN and calling the coverage unethical, keeping him in the media cycle about his relationship with journalists and how he handles criticism. The scrutiny became less about one isolated incident and more about pattern, fines, live stream comments, media feuds, and speculation about his future. Like, shut up. Now I'm irritated with him. Like, I'm irritated with him. Like, you're not going to beat them, man. Emergency pod in the can up soon. Okay, so confirm to me my guess. Celtics brass can't stand JB talking about his intellectual superiority and how he was probably accepted into Harvard, but that's not, we don't know about that. But chose Berkeley to be more free because I don't know how they let him go for PG and picks. I'll say this. The time when I took Mini-Me to visit Berkeley, it was a weird vibe, man. I can't put my finger on it, but those 2 days we spent at Berkeley, and it's its own little bubble in that city. And then there's Berkeley, and then there's everything around Berkeley. And it just felt like if I couldn't tell you what a liberal was, go to Berkeley and you would understand. Like, whatever you deem liberal is, that's Berkeley. You know, and I was like, how you like? She's like, nah, I'm good. She said it's weird here, you know. So it was like almost too free. The kids almost too much freedom, and you know, and it's all like creativity based, not so much intellect, but a lot of social programs. A lot of the class structure was very socialist. You just have to go up there and see for yourself. If you got kids that on a recruiting tour, be sure to put Berkeley on your list. You have to go. It's a whole different vibe at Berkeley, man. It's different. It's different. It may not be every kid's cup of tea, you know. So, all right. That's enough of Jaylen Brown. I'm done. I'm done here. Let's see. No, he has his own shoes. Let's see what his shoes are selling. Jaylen Brown shoe sales. Let's do his shoe sales. Let's see his shoe sales. So I know Nike offered him $30 million and he turned it down. Right? So these are the Jaylen Brown shoes, the 741s. I'm not mad at anybody that you know bets on themselves. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at anybody that bets on themselves. So let's check out his shoes. Let's go here, footwear. The Black Moons, $200. Oh, sir, no. Sir, no. That's not. You didn't learn from Shaq and Stephon Marbury and Patrick Ewing, sir? No. Wait a minute. You mean to tell me he wants $200 for these? I can give me these joints here. Listen, the Patrick Ewing joints go hard. They went hard back then. They still go hard now. Let me find the website. Here we go. Listen, how much he want for these? Let's see. No, I don't care about all that. Listen, these blood red joints, $140, and you want $200 for this? $200. The pink Proton, $147, nigga. Run me these Ewings, son. If you don't run me these motherfucking Patrick Ewings, man, you bugging. Ain't no way. The classic Nick the Nick colorway. Man, come on, man. It ain't no way. These are for 100. These are 100. These 140. These are suede joints. Okay. Yeah, no. I mean, I respect the hustle. I'm not paying. No. What is this shit here? What is this? Reflective, like, glass? I'm cool. No. Let me see what else you got. I know you got apparel. So we got footwear. Let's do apparel. Let's do men's apparel. Let's see what type of sweats and stuff you got. Okay, let's see what we got here. Boxy t-shirt, $85. No, thank you. The hoodie, $135. No, I'll pass. You got the hooded puffer for $300. Nah, I'm cool. Not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea. The Reposit cargo pants. These is $185. Listen, you go to Old Navy and get you some fresh cargo pants. My wife bought me a couple pairs, the tan and the blacks. Like $50 for both of them. Nigga, what? I'm sorry. Yeah, I ain't got it. I ain't got $185 to give you for some cargo pants. Hey, as he should. Hey, I ain't mad. You just not gonna get out of me though. You ain't gonna get out of me though. I hear you. You just not gonna get out of me. I'm not mad. You just not gonna get out of me. Nah, I'm good. I'll pass. No, thank you. No, thank you. Let's see. Okay, Commander quarter zip, white. He wants 100 for those. No, thank you. I like the pants though. I'm not paying 100 for a quarter zip, but I like these pants though. Fitted sleeveless. I don't care about that. So what pants were these? The white joints. So why are you gonna show the white pants if they're not for sale? Okay. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'll pass. The white pants though, possibly, but I'm sure that they overpriced as well. But they're not even in the menu for sale. Listen, I ain't mad. Tax them. It's not gonna get out of me though. Yeah, you're not gonna get out of me. Not for $150. I can get these joints right here all day long. That's clean as hell, man. Stop playing with me, man. These motherfuckers clean. You wins all day. Yeah, you wins all day. And they don't make your feet look big either. I like how they don't make your feet look big. Especially for like bigger sizes, they don't look big. Make you look like you got small feet. Yeah, all day, man. You bugging. Man, yeah, run me them Patrick Ewings all. Bruh. Okay. Bruh. How much were Lavar sneakers? Are those shit still for sale? No, big brand shoes. Like, don't they all have Nike deals now? A big baller brand. Yeah, don't they all have like Nike deals now? Didn't they get away from the shoes with their daddy? I remember all the injuries they were reporting because they were poorly constructed. Now, these shits look trash. I'm cool. You playing basketball in these joints? Oh no, sir. 179? Oh no. No. Oh no. No, sir. No. Okay, Melo got the Puma deal. Okay, I'm about to say, I know they got away from these motherfucking shoes. I know they got some real shoe money. I'm about to say, I know they got some real shoe money. Nah, I'm good. 180 for these joints. I ain't mad. You're not gonna get out of me. Let's see accessories. What you got for accessories? Nope. No, thank you. $300 for a Lavar ball signed. No. $120 for the hats? Oh no, y'all doing too much. $120 for the hat. Look at all this price influx. So you got $120 for the hat, but $5 for the lanyard and $60 for the backpack. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. $120 for a hat. Wait, I ain't never. I would never. Okay. Okay. Man, I've been on for almost 2 hours. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, let's go. Let me see. What were my topics? Gucci Mane, Jaylen, Lavar. We'll save the politics for the very, very end. Let's go to India Ari versus young what's her name? Young Miami with the record, the booster record. Okay, so this is what she said. This is what happened. Where is it at? Where's it at? Okay, let's go here. India Ari versus Young JT. Now, right now, the hottest record in the streets is a song about boosting and stealing. Oh, Young Miami, my bad. Okay, so here, this is interesting. Let's go here. Young Miami versus India Ari. Let's go here.
Crazy because art imitates life all the time. And I don't think a lot of people remember that about 5 years ago, Young Miami's mom actually just got out of jail because she went to jail for being a getaway driver during a theft, a boosting attempt. She was outside waiting for her partner to come out. He actually ended up stealing a whole bunch of purses, and she was the getaway driver, and she was driving recklessly, and she hit somebody and killed them, and she went to jail for that. So Young Miami is pretty much singing about the life that she probably knows.
When I found out your girl, Young Miami from the City Girls, had a mom that was in jail and she was getting released recently, either today or yesterday. Today is Sunday, March 28th of 2021, so it was either today or yesterday, Saturday, March 27th of 2021. I had to know why in the world she got arrested, right? So I went and looked up some information. Shout out to the Miami Herald. MiamiHerald.com posted this article on August 24th of 2017. David Ovale, that's O-V-A-L-L-E, posted this article on August 30th of 2017 at 10:26 a.m. titled "Stolen Purses from Macy's, a Police Car Chase, and a Dead Grandmother. Who is to blame?" Now, I won't read the whole article to you guys, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the chase. It says, there is no question that Xavier Robinson and Kenya Young drove to the Aventura Mall, stole Michael Kors and Juicy Couture purses from Macy's, and led police on a dramatic chase that ended with a motorist dead from a high-speed collision. It's up to jurors, so she was tried by a jury, to sift through the details and decide who's really to blame. Heard from Robinson's defense on Thursday, he was a simple shoplifter acting on his own, and it was Young who took the wheel of his borrowed Chrysler 300, driving like a madwoman before plowing into a car driving through a North Miami Beach intersection. Wow. Killed was 40-year-old security guard Emily Anderson, who was driving home from another exhausting shift to support her 2 grandchildren. Quote, "The way Kenya drove was reckless," Assistant Public Defender Lauren Dawson told jurors during opening statement of Robinson's trial for the M-word. "The way Kenya drove was dangerous," end quote. And let me see, I'm going to skip ahead. Okay, it says that the driver was driving at 66 miles per hour, more than double the legal limit. Quote, "Not braking at a stop sign, T-boning the car driven by Emily Anderson," Miami-Dade prosecutor Justin Funk told the jury. That's F-U-N-C-K. That's funk, and you had to add the C because it's that just that funky. Allegedly, Robinson, 36, is charged with first-degree felony M-word, armed robbery, vehicular H-word, and reckless driving resulting in.
Oh, the H-word's homicide, y'all. That's internet got people scared to just say the words. I mean, it's not that deep, but okay.
Serious bodily injury. He faces up to life in prison if convicted. The tragedy happened on August 3rd of 2009. Prosecutors said Robinson and Young were in on the robbery together, parking their car in the fire lane for a quick getaway from Macy's. He stole a Michael Kors bag while Young took 2 Juicy Couture purses. As they ran off, a security officer tussled with Young as Robinson.
It's crazy.
What in the hell? Wow. Okay, so once again, yes, hot record. I'm sorry, yes. The boosting song is everywhere. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but it's everywhere.
So OG R&B artist India Ari is calling out Young Miami's hit single "Spend That," and now everybody's kind of talking about it online. So let's go over exactly what's going on. The conversation started after a social media user called for a boycott of Young Miami's song "Spend That," writing,
okay, so this is what this person said. "I'm calling for a boycott of Young Miami's song "Spend That." I believe it's degrading to our culture. Man, we're like 30 years too late. Everything with hip hop is degrading to our culture, but nonetheless, at some point we have to take seriously the power music has over our perception and the values it reinforces. This can't be the song of the summer, but it is. Let's continue.
I believe it's degrading to our culture. At some point, we have to take seriously the power of music and the power it has over our perception and its values it reinforces. This can't be the song of the summer. And then India Ari jumped in and said, I spent my entire adult life caring way too much because I finally learned that not everybody cares with a capital C. And explaining it to them is not going to make them care. Everything you listen to, see, or eat is going to influence you. So make wise decisions, y'all. Then she goes on to say, I finally realized that not everybody wants to get free. It was a very, very, very rude awakening because the masses accept the song, and that's a crystal clear sign of this being a much bigger truth. Then she...
That's what the market wants. That's what the market wants. And I'm going to use you guys for example. I can go through, I guarantee if I go through y'all's algorithm, it'd be the most niggery shit that you can find online. Okay? That's what you want. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's continue.
Later went on and said, the masses' acceptance of the song itself is a crystal clear sign of a bigger problem. Finally realized that not everybody wants to get free, and it was a very rude awakening. Now, her comments come after Spend That is actually climbing the charts right now. It's Young Miami's highest charting solo single, and it peaked at number 66 on the Billboard Hot 100. She recently told people that she knew it was the song of the summer as soon as she recorded it. And when she sang it at the BET Awards, literally every celebrity jumped up and started singing.
They all knew it word for word. They knew that record word for word. Come on.
With her. So then somebody actually asked India Ari in the comments, are you surprised they still eat McDonald's? And she said, no, I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed. And now people are kind of divided on everything. I don't think people understand how powerful words are. Words are so powerful. And the words that you speak and sing have lots of power.
Tell us something we don't know. I'm over that. Okay. Tell us something we don't know. This is the Boondocks. Somebody put it to a song.
That money fast, 20s, 50s, 100s, cash.
Hey!
And stop the damn dancing. Act like you got some goddamn sense, people. Damn! Don't playing around here. Boo! Hey, you with the afro. Give it a rest. Beat it. Put the music back on. Boosting bitches where y'all at. Where I'm.
Hey, it's what the market wants. It's what the market wants. You can't be mad at what the market wants. A lot of people can't handle that the market is not choosing them, and they either don't know how to ingratiate themselves into that market or don't want to. But yet, if you choose to reject that market, then guess what? No support comes from it. Okay, look, the younger generation about to call India old and bitter. Just watch. You know they short on vocabulary words. You know what? Let's go take a look and see what they talking, what they saying. Let's see what they say in the shade room. Let's go to comments. Girl, you've been chasing and singing about that man in a dashiki for 20 years. Ho, tell him to. Oh no. Oh no.
My man, bitch, your man left you for dead, hoe. my man.
She isn't wrong, but the culture is way past saving. Let them enjoy things. I agree. It's a catchy song for the clubs, nothing more, nothing less. Anyone who gets brainwashed by it is stupid. People pick and choose who they criticize without thinking about the past, which wasn't perfect either. As a fan of raunchy blues music, songs like these have always had their place in the culture. I see no difference in storytelling. Old people so effing annoying. Just don't listen to it. Damn. You would think we would be more worried about young men getting killed every day across the country than a scamming song. Child. And she didn't even bring it up. She was asked a question. That's the sad part. Same people giving Diddy a standing ovation are the same ones crying about people having different political opinions and views and swear those people are a cancer to our culture, but then praise a bitch like Carisha. Bruh, sometimes I feel like people be reaching. It's not that serious. It's a fun song. Let's be clear. India is not the villain or the problem here. She's absolutely right, but this community is literally beyond saving. So go ahead and spin that shit, because we already... Whew. See, after the song goes off, you go spend that time in prison, and that's the part we leave out quite often. It's clearly no saving most of our people. I agree. Okay. Future literally makes the antagonistic music, and Erykah Badu or Sade don't be saying shit. Okay. It's just a song, though. Yes, it sends a message, but you have to filter why you listen to and watch. There you go. Put the onus back on the consumer. Put the onus back on the consumer. Why are you listening to this? What is it about this song, this movie, this person makes you want to listen and watch them? What are they giving you that you're not getting from somebody else? Okay? Yeah, put it back on the content consumer. You can't tell anything to black people. However, my biggest concern is that Young Miami wrote this for a black man that drugged people, beat women, and had sex parties. That girl knew what her man was doing to these people. Now that's some sickening, disgusting stuff. Okay. I was just singing Brown Skin the other day in the car. I forgot how great, inspirational, motivational, affirming that song is. She needs to make more songs to give people options. The market does not want brown skin. What year did Brown Skin come out? People. What year did this record come out? This came out what year? Came out in, oh, come on, give it to me, goddammit. Came out in 2001. If y'all don't go sit your asses down somewhere. This came out in 2001. What year is this? That was 25 years ago, man. That was 25 years ago. Come on. That's 2.5 decades. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Respectfully. India Ari criticizing Young Miami feels like projection. And she wasn't even somebody asked her take. Years of BS music, but you draw the line at Young Miami song. Humans are laughable creatures, indeed. This discourse is dumb and exhausting. Akinele, Kaya, Uncle Luke, Sugar Free, Biggie. I agree. I didn't hear anyone in an uproar on Young Boys and Shiesties, which to me is more damaging in the community, if anything. Okay. Spin that the right way. I didn't know she was singing to street girls and thieves, and Lord knows what else. The pissy one has nothing else to talk about ever since JT left her ass, and I'm glad. Okay. You could let WAP go number one, but Spin That gotta die. India, sit down somewhere. Oh, I agree. Sexy Red made a career out of this, and everyone's just pretty much accepted. Okay. Anything else? This coming from someone that hasn't had a hit in years. The song is trash, but girl, hush. Okay, leave these people alone, man. Leave these people alone, man. Leave these people alone. She didn't lie. The song is trash. All are even hearing what this clown ass bitch is saying for real, and how are y'all giving her praise after she did what she did with Diddy? After how she speaks in general, it's weird. Okay. It's catchy garbage. I don't listen to it, but my sister loves it, and I love to see Young Miami winning, so I just listen to the music that I want to listen to and let others do the same. Everybody ain't on the same wave, and that's okay. I need a new India Ari album, though. Yeah. Okay. I love India so much, but these men have gotten to make all kinds of lyrics for years, and no one batted an eye. How is it about men? It's not about men. Okay, I can't believe this is the record that people want to boycott. Like Kiki said, right message, wrong scenario. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. She's in the catch-22. She's in the catch-22. That song is 25 years old. That is crazy. Real quick. Okay, who wants to see Zendaya as Jason Bourne? Nobody. Now y'all understand why white men are just tired of nonsense and gobbledygook. And I agree. Girl boss movies are gobbledygook. Nobody wants this. I pray this does not happen. I pray this does not happen. Nobody wants movies with female leads where they're 5 foot nothing and they shoot, kill, murder, and just John Wick all the biggest men on the planet. Nobody wants this crap. Nobody wants this crap. The hell with Zendaya. Go away for 4 or 5 years. Nobody wants this shit. Nobody wants this shit. Speculation about a possible reboot of Jason Bourne. This series belongs to Matt Damon. Okay? We tried it with Jeremy Renner. It didn't work out. And Matt Damon has stated he's open to come back to this role. Let's see. Now appears taking Insider planning a complete reboot of the series with Zendaya set to take over the lead as from Matt Damon. Nobody wants this crap, man. Fuck out of here. I'm good. Yeah, I need Zendaya and Tom and even Robert Pattinson to go away for about 3 to 4 years. I'm tired of seeing y'all's pasty faces. Let's go to the next. What's the next story? I had one before. I wanted to do the politics. I'm on for 2 hours. Okay, I'm doing good. It's only 8:30. Cool. Okay, let's go here. Whew, buddy. We got a hot one right now. Now listen. I'm not the biggest fan of Spiritual Whistleblower. Am I going? Yes. Okay. I'm not the biggest fan of Spiritual Whistleblower, but am I going? Yes. If she shot her shot at me, am I going? Yes, I'm going. Okay. So before we go here, let's go to what T.S. Madison had to say first. I know it's backwards. I know she's responding to what Whistleblower said, but I'd rather go over what TS's response to Whistleblower was first. So let me pull up my IG. Yo, they be trolling the hell out of Tia. They be calling him Timothy because that's his real name. They be calling him Timothy. And the way she breaks this shit down, yeah, leave Spiritual alone. She look like she a problem. She looks like she's a problem. Oh, look, muscles. Oh, no. Okay, let's not do that. Let's do this. Was it? Let me see if I can find a response. What is this? Okay. Hold up. Okay, wait. So not only is T.S. Madison beefing with Whistleblower and A-list Nicole, other women are starting to slowly come out of hiding to go against her. This woman is not your friend, or this T.S. Madison is not your friend. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and go to the clip that what she said. I'll just have to walk it backwards. Okay, so let's go here. So this is what Spiritual Whistleblower said, and then we're going to get to T.S. Madison's response to her. Okay, let's go. This is a deep breakdown. I mean, she breaks this shit all the way down.
By the way, for those that don't know, back in the slavery, buck breaking, by the way, for those that don't know, back in the slavery times, the whites.
Now, it's not the buck breaking that's deep. It's the part when T.S. had said it only dates straight men. And everyone's like, well, then they're not straight. It's the same argument that EJ tried to say. Well, the straight men aren't attracted to me, but that's what I like. But then they're not straight. Okay, but come on, let's go.
Slave masters use sexual violence against the black slaves, and they them. So it was to dehumanize and emasculate the black slave in front of their wives and children.
Yep.
So it's a psychological breaking down of a man, destroys a man's
This we already
manhood.
know.
I said T.S. Madison is a buck breaker because the results are the same, even though it's consensual. T.S. Madison plays a dominatrix role with the men she sleeps with.
Here we go. Pay attention.
They
Here we
have
go.
to bow down to her. They have to be subservient. She has to dominate them.
Now, these straight men?
Straight presenting that have wives and girlfriends at home. Yes. So, T.S. Madison, let me explain something, honey. When you get done doing what you do with that man, he may not say it to you, but he feels shame. He feels dehumanized, emasculated, and that's why you will always be hidden in the dark.
Okay.
He will not hold hands with you in the daylight walking down the street.
Breaking it down.
Because you have him out. You put him in a subservient position, even though it's for a quick nut. And what do they call this with men? A post-clarity nut.
No, ma'am, it's post-nut clarity. But come on, you're cooking. Let her cook.
Once the nut is out the way, all their sense comes back. Like, what am I doing? Why am I here? Post-clarity nut, when he comes to his senses and he realizes he laid up with you, let me get the up out of here and go back to my woman. And he's disgusted with himself, even though it was for a few moments of pleasure. He feels less of a man when he's with you because he has to reduce himself. I've seen your sex tapes and how you talk to these men and degrade them and dehumanize them while you're pounding them out. That is a slave master role. You are grooming these men. You can delude yourself, but that's the truth. That is buck breaking, consensual or not. The end result is the same. The man walks away dehumanized, emasculated, and shamed. That's why you will always be a secret, a fetish, a kink, and he will keep you in the dark. And if anyone exposes it, violence will occur.
Hey, is she lying? Let the sister cook.
He seeks gratification from you as a kink, but he has to reduce himself to to get that nut. You make him feel less than a man. That is emasculation, dehumanization. Let's not pretend we don't know what buck breaking is. It's been going on for centuries. What's happening now, the white man don't have to do it no more because he's trained the black man to do it to his own community. And you're a hit dog hollering, and that's why you and Jason had this conversation about me and couldn't get past the conversation without calling me a hoe and disrespecting me. But you know I'm right. You's a hit dog hollering, and I'll just leave it at that. Buck breaking.
Hey, when she's right, she's right. So now let me try to walk this thing back. When she's right, she's right. I'm not the biggest fan of this woman, but if you're right, you're right. So now let me... Not now. Okay, so... Let me find... Oh, let me go to my activities. Duh. Activities. Your activity. Oh, I think I didn't like it. Okay, I'm sure I didn't like it. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me look up A-List Nicole. Let me look up A-List Nicole. Now let me find her clip. Okay, let's go here. All right, I think I found something close to it. Okay, let's go.
Let me say this. The spiritual whistleblower ate that ass up. I don't know if y'all heard her last interview where she talked about buck breaking, but baby, she ate that ass up. She said at the end of the day, you still gonna be a fetish and a kink, bitch. And she ain't lied. Cause we ain't seen no man yet. Motherfuckers running around, got the bodyguard holding their hand and baby, we don't care about none of that. That's performative. That's actressing. Where's the nigga? Where's the man? You ain't got one. And to Jason Lee, you need to be the last one talking about anybody. You need to be the last one talking about anybody after we see that video. After we seen that video of you walking with them knees knocking and kissing on each other, you need to be the last one talking, baby. It's always the messy asshole shaped like a pair of parentheses. Like, Let's be for real. It's always the people built wrong that got some wrong shit to say. Like,
okay, I'm gonna go to Twitter and find it. Hold on, I'm gonna go to Twitter and find it. Hold on, everybody. Wait a minute, just be chill, okay? Let me go find this shit, because they slowly but surely, women have been coming out little by little, finally, pushing back on what T.S. Madison be saying, because he be saying some weird shit. I'm just like, sir, you're still a man, right? You're still a man. Straight men, they're not straight men if they deal with you. Okay, let me see. I'm close to it. So blower. Okay. Hold on. Shoot. No, I'm gonna just look for it. We'll just go to copy. I'm gonna find it. Don't worry. Not too much longer. Here we go. Let's see. Let me see. Find it. Do I find it? No. Okay, let's go here. We'll walk this thing back. This is how problematic the rhetoric is, and then it's always a white woman that will make it okay for them to say these things. Chelsea Handler. I'm no fan of Chelsea Handler. She's part of the problem. But let's go.
Ravishing.
Well, I like to get ravished. I consider myself a trans woman.
A trans woman packing some serious heat.
Yeah, I was always, still got it, honey. This is problematic. So I'm telling y'all now, I'm looking you in your eyes to tell y'all what I'm getting ready to say is problematic. And you got to get a pussy. You got to have a pussy and all this stuff. And I was like, I don't want a pussy. I don't want to have a pussy.
Well, you can say rim job, but it has to be an actual rim job. I'm like, do you know what a rim job is, sir? I'm like, you mean like on a car?
Look at this. This was such a great and powerful conversation. I've seen TS get in trouble before because she has definitely said some things that people have deemed problematic. But I love that this whole conversation was her sharing her. Oh my God, this is part of the problem, man.
Like a foul mouth mother.
You like a foul mouth white bitch. Yeah, baby. You look ravishing.
Listen. Hey, I'm gonna find it though. I'm not done. Not done. Okay, let's go here.
TikTok.
Okay, hold on, y'all. Okay, let's go. Don't ask me how we got down this rabbit hole. Just don't ask.
T.S.
Just
Madison came
learn
for
something
me.
from it.
I did a TikTok video in response. T.S. Madison was on Nene Leakes' podcast talking about DL men and talking about how women should get on the HIV PrEP medication. And, I responded, I do my TikToks and all that, and I feel that T.S. is a closeted misogynist.
Okay.
I feel that T.S. Madison is a sociopath with a lot of childhood trauma and psychological issues. I feel that T.S. Madison does not like women and enjoys the fact that the men that she sleeps with, she calls them straight, but they're actually straight presenting men who are actually gay. She enjoys the fact that she can send this man home to his wife after she done broke him in with her dangalang. Y'all.
going to go through all this. Yeah, I'm not going to go through all this. Okay, here we go. That's all we care about.
T.S. Madison.
The slaves. They took a man's manhood from him by getting him in his hole. That's buck breaking. And that's why T.S. Madison will not get the sex change, because the thing in between his legs is what gets him money and power and fame, and he's sadistic and he enjoys buck breaking straight men and turning them out. So my video, for whatever reason, triggered a response video from T.S. Madison. Even though on TikTok there's multiple people, even trans women were coming against
T.S.
It's not just me. There's gay men. I've seen gay men attacking T.S. Madison. I've seen trans women attacking. Like,
okay, so let's go to TikTok. All right, we're down here. We're in it now. We're in the thick of it now. God damn it. I got time. So let's find, I caught my husband at a Holiday Inn with another woman. Oh no, let's not do that. That's for another time. So let's go here. Let's look for spiritual whistleblower. Man, she's almost at 1 million. That's crazy. Okay, let's see. Okay, this is what hit. Okay, this is what kicked it off. Okay, hold up. Let me where's the volume? Okay, you ready? Okay, this is what kicked it all off.
I don't date gay men.
Okay.
And then it became, there was a woman by the name of such and such, spiritual whistleblower, that called me a misogynist, called me a sociopath, and said that I buck break men. Spiritual whistleblower.
Good morning,
okay, so that's what it started. That's how we got here. Okay, so now let's get back to here. Okay.
Disagreeing.
So what do you feel, why do you feel you were singled out?
Because I spoke the truth. Okay. Timothy is a misogynist. He knows he's a misogynist. He's just a very delusional. I think Timothy is a sociopath. The problem with the trans community is this, and shout out to the DL Whisperer. DL Whisperer came to my defense when he saw that TS put that video out about me. The DL, spoke up for me, and he's still continuing right now to put his foot on T.S. Madison's neck, and I'm very grateful for that. T.S. Madison is, there's two types of trans women. Let me get this out the way, because we, as women, biological women, have been accused of being homophobic, and we're not. I love gay people, male, female, I have friends, There's two types. There's the trans woman that is against all this shit that TS is pushing. And then there's the delusional sociopath. Those are the ones that hate women. Those are the ones that think women are jealous. Those are the ones that want straight men who are gay on the low, DL men. They lie for them and they enjoy, them abusing their wives and children. Like, they're sadistic. There's a problem in the trans community, the LGBT community. Nobody's calling out these toxic sociopaths in these roles. I think T.S. Madison is a sociopath. And when T.S. responded to my video, she, admitted, I'm narcissistic. I am. But didn't know what sociopath meant. So a sociopath is reckless, impulsive, sadistic. I think in competition with the wife, knows that he is a fetish, but deludes himself that he's more in comparison to wife. And it's basically this. It's a triangle system. It's a love triangle. It's the wife, the husband, and the trans. If the wife does not expose the DL husband, she just removes her. She finds out her husband is DL, and she says, you know what? I'm going to quietly remove myself. I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to move far away and divorce him. That DL man is going to lash out at the trans. And the trans knows that. That's why the trans wants the woman to stay in place, to keep the love triangle going.
So he or she can be able to do what they do.
Because the DL man is probably going to be paying the bills and giving some hush money, or, buying bags, keeping the trans.
No, he's out. He's out on probation. He's out on probation. He's out on probation. Had to pay a fine. He's out on probation. Okay. Yeah, but he's out. They let him out. They let him out. I thought it was a bit of overkill with that case, but TS, has people backing it.
The DL Whisper is finally free, baby! Woo! Okay, now the only reason why I'm making all that noise is because of all of that chaos, okay? So if y'all remember, the DL Whisperer, Naquan Palmer, was incarcerated after escalating online harassment against media personality T.S. Madison into in-person incidents. Now, y'all remember that time he rolled past her house
Drove up on the house.
on Instagram Live, like,
Yeah.
yeah, like, what's up,
Yeah.
da, da, da. Okay, you can't do that, like,
Can't do that, no.
T.S. Madison, grown. So now he also included her Georgia home and making threats. Palmer was arrested on aggravated stalking charges in February and remained in jail as of June of 2026, facing legal action and lawsuits from Madison. One thing that I'll tell you is that the spiritual whistleblower has been on this, and then also it's another creator who had his back. I forget, it was a guy, but y'all know what I'm talking about, Bino. But I am very, very interested to see how this is going to play out. Now, I did hear that he was on probation. I was looking at a lot of YouTubers who are covering this case. So, he going to be back.
He can't mention her name. Got to stay away from her. Restraining order, all that good stuff. He's on probation for a couple years. Okay, let's continue.
Quiet and happy. And the trans being a sociopath is loving the money, doesn't care about the wife, and actually enjoys the fact that could possibly be sending the man home with disease and stuff to the wife. Doesn't care. The wife is the one that's suffering. The wife is the real victim in all this. It's two abusers against the innocent victim in a triangle system. The wife, and they're saying, oh, well, y'all don't need to expose the DL man because it's going to get dangerous for y'all. So what I'm teaching women to do is don't expose. If you suspect, just quietly make an exit strategy and leave. Pack up, move to 3 states, 4 states over, start a new life. Get your divorce together. Just quietly leave the man, because I promise you that DL man is going to turn on the trans because the woman is no longer there to keep the love triangle going.
Okay.
The woman is what upholds the triangle. That trans woman knows that.
So that's
you
why.
hate the woman, but you need her so that the shit can keep going between you and the DL man. And if we speak up as women, then you want to silence us by calling us homophobic because you don't want us to learn. You want us to stay oppressed so that you can enjoy your fucking shit with the DL man. But you're nothing more than a fetish because he will not be seen in the public with you. You're just a fetish. You need the woman to keep your shit going. You hate us, but you need us. And you're mad that we're becoming educated and we're not putting up with the shit from the DL man anymore. And the DL man cannot keep a grasp of his home life with the woman. He'll turn on you. So the agenda is to keep the woman oppressed and stupid, teach her to get on HIV PrEP. HIV is not the only problem we got to worry about. We got to worry about HPV, human papilloma virus, which causes cancer of the uterus, cancer of the anus, cancer of the throat. If we give the man head, we can get cancer here. HIV is not the only issue we have to worry about if our man is playing in the streets. So women are waking up. TS wants to keep us oppressed and stupid so that the fantasy with the DL man can continue and you get your bills paid and you keep getting money and laughing at the woman at home with the children.
The one thing
it's abuse.
I saw the video that he had put out about you, and it was just like, it didn't sound like he was, trans was
She's making fun of my looks, first of all, because I didn't have makeup on.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm a real woman, honey. You're trying to be me.
Okay, let's go back to TikTok. Okay, so let's do this. Once again, don't ask me how we got here. We're just here. Learn. Take something from it. Learn from it. Learn from it. Okay. No. Oh, come on. Oh, I gotta log in. You gonna make me log in? Okay, fine. I'll log in. Okay, cool. Let's see here.
I'm going to see He-Man. I'm waiting on He-Man.
Who is that?
I'm waiting on He-Man. And speaking of He-Man, have y'all seen? Now I know y'all seen, but you see her got over there, got her ass.
No, thank you. We'll pass.
Girl, I done went down the rabbit hole this morning because why did I see a video from T.S. Madison talking about the spiritual whistleblower? I didn't even know how integral this person was as a part of the whole D.L. Whisperer, T.S. Madison, and Dominique Morgan situation. But here it goes from what I understand. The spiritual whistleblower is a woman who has basically been talking about T.S. Madison and how the DL Whisperer was right. She's on the side of the DL Whisperer. And one of the videos I saw from T.S. Madison, she stitched the spiritual whistleblower saying that she supports the DL Whisperer, in so many words, right? So T.S. Madison, being who she is, she was like, don't come to my show in New York. You got to put in that shameless plug for your shows. But she was like, don't come to my show in New York. I'm afraid for my life. I'm going to contact my lawyer right after this and send this video and all this stuff. So it prompted me to go see what the spiritual whistleblower was talking about. I go on her page. She has a video up there talking about, her being a real woman, the body of a real woman, and showcasing her physique, right? And then she had made a video about how Dominique Morgan was in the courtroom essentially by herself, I guess. There was one other person supporting her, but that even she was there in the courtroom on behalf of the DL Whisperer. And I'm like, how deep does this go? What do y'all be doing in y'all spare time? You know what I mean? Like, I felt this way about the whole Tim and Brene thing as well. As many of y'all was literally sitting.
Okay. Yeah, it's deep. It's that deep. It really, really is. If you're in that side on that side of the fence. Let's go here.
Y'all really y'all don't find it strange that whole DL Whisperer, Dominique Morgan, T.S. Madison situation? Y'all don't find that strange that they was all in on trying to take him down? Y'all don't find that strange that they haven't even had a court date yet and he got arrested? Y'all don't find that strange? The court date was March 3rd.
Okay. Once again, it's nasty work, y'all.
I want to clear the air. I want you to understand that this is not just a white thing. See, black people had this misconception that only white men was like into the girls. Or no, they did. They used to make this thing like only white men into the girls or only white men. Because back in the day, it was this misconception that and I used to cuss the other working girls out when I was a working girl. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you pussy assholes out here charging all the white men and letting fucking the black niggas for free. You're crazy. Mm-hmm. I built my entire empire back.
I want y'all to. Yeah, this mofo is bad. Is badly built. Badly built. Can't even cross his legs. But okay, let's continue.
When I was doing that off of black men that enjoyed the girls, and the white men didn't like me because I was voluptuous. See how you petite?
Am I?
Girl, you look good, bitch.
Well,
I ain't even sit up here and hold you, bitch. You look good. But you're small, and so white men like skinny girls, big titties.
Okay.
I got big ass, big hips, big titties, and so that's that's fat, BBW. Mm-hmm. So there's just a small group of them. To black niggas, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Big titties, big ass, big waist, small waist. That's you a bad bitch. So. I'm not fucking you for free, nigga.
Okay. So, what's the most money you made in a year off of your website?
$1 million. $1 million. And I didn't know that it was $1 million until that tax shit started rolling around.
How old were you?
I was 30. I moved here when I was 26. I was 30. 30, maybe 31, I think, like that. Because I didn't really understand how that stuff worked.
Okay. Once again, this is... Whew, child. Okay, let's go here. Hey, listen, Nicole.
The interview that T.S. Madison did lets me know that he's very bothered. In fact, he's so bothered that he didn't mention my name when speaking on homophobic women because that motherfucker realized he didn't already... He done already paid my bills in this little apartment he say I got. That motherfucker like, I ain't giving this hoe no more clout. Oh my God. I know he's sick.
Okay. Let's go here.
Don't mind my face, I'm doing my makeup. T.S. Madison's undercover misogyny towards women is definitely at an all-time high. I pick up on character flaws. I watch patterns, the way she treats women. And I notice her comebacks is always comparing women to natural-born women, to natural-born men. And how she's handling Jess Hilarious is further proving my point. That's
Okay. Once again, it's a... If you're not in these circles, it's a pretty hot topic. I don't expect everyone to be like to be on the know. Once again, there's so many different sectors of life on the internet.
The only reason why she really is going back and forth with him is because he compared her to a fictional character who used to air on PBS. Okay, the purple one. When she had her birthday and she was running back and forth down the sidewalk with those balloons, he compared her to that fictional character. I can't say it on here because that's why they was getting me banned, because they be talking about I'm harassing and bullying people, but that's what and you see how you laughing. Them people was laughing, they was gagging, but that's what it was giving though. And y'all see, and you see how that's okay. They always talking about I'm bullying people. I'm not bullying nobody. That's what it was giving. So that's what that's what I was trying to say on the last live, but child, they took me down. Okay, and I was banned for almost a week or so. Okay.
No, the Dark Crystal.
But yes, that's what DL Whisperer said that she looked like, and that's that video had got a lot of views. And see, I got DL Whisperer blocked on every app that I can think of, so I never see nothing that he posts. So when I seen that video come up in my stories and he was comparing her to that character, I said, I know she seen this too then. Okay, I know she probably seen this too.
It's a mess out here. All right, let's wrap this up. I
want to be you. I don't want no dick and balls.
That part was a little weird to me. But outside of that, I mean, like, how did you feel the entire video was? Do you feel like it was a whole hit piece?
It was a bias, yes.
Okay.
Because there were so many others agreeing and making separate videos saying the same thing I said,
Yeah.
but it was something about me. It's just something about me.
So here's a question, right? Because I think I had asked you this, through DM. Would you ever try to hash it out and piece it up with a T.S. Madison?
No. T.S. Madison is a demon.
So you'd never try to swap?
No. And I know T.S. Madison is a sociopath. That's the problem with the trans community. Half of the trans community stands for integrity and morals and being good people and not harming women or children. And the other half doesn't give a fuck about women and children. That's the sociopaths. We need to address the issue of narcissism and sociopaths and psychopaths in the trans and LGBT community and stop covering and protecting and enabling them. They're delusional and think women are jealous. They're the ones, they're fucking sick. They're sociopaths. And nobody will address the issue. T.S. Madison is a sociopath. That's all this is. And when everyone's ready to have this conversation, T.S. is going to run from it. But that's what it is. And so many that follow her are sociopathic.
Mm.
It come from me.
Yeah, this is.
Shout out to the DL Whisperer too.
Yeah, he held you down.
Held me down. And they're like, oh, something bad's gonna happen to him. No, you know, like, if you know what, that's why my name is whistleblower. A whistleblower, if you look it up in a dictionary, is someone that calls out fraud against a whole entire system. They do it in corporate America and all that. There's always one employee that goes against the whole system. DL Whisperer is nothing more than whistleblowing on the bullshit, you know, and they're like, oh, he's scamming women. So what? I'll give him my money. If I'm trying to find out information on how I can figure out how a motherfucker's trying to scam me, I'll pay you. So what? He's making money off of women. If he's giving us information that would help us get out of an abusive situation, it's a win for women.
Okay, who was the young man that was before DL Whisperer? This is like 10 years ago. He got shot at his mama house. He was in the hospital. He booked it. I forget what his name was. Who was the young man, y'all? He's in North Carolina, and he was setting up dates with DL men and then reporting the information back to their wives and girlfriends. And he was doing pastors, businessmen, doctors. It didn't matter. And they went after him and shot up his mama house. He got shot in front of his mama house. He was in the hospital. What was his name, y'all? This was years ago. But, you know, yeah, DL Whisperer wasn't the first to do it. The kid from North Carolina. It was him. He went first. All right, almost done.
Why are y'all fucking upset? Because y'all want to keep us fucking oppressed so y'all can live out y'all fetish and fantasy with these fucking men that are pretending to be straight when they're really gay on the low. So shout out to DL Whisperer. Like I said, he's blowing up fast, and you know, may God protect him. That's what happens. It's biblical. When you go against the whole system, yeah, people are going to want to hurt.
Oh, that's right. He did have the surgery, huh? He did have the transformation surgery. He sure did. What the fuck was his name, though? I forget his name. But yeah, he did end up having a surgery and going from man to woman. That's crazy. All right, I'm gonna stop this here. Yeah, definitely this is going on Patreon. So what I'll do is I'll chop up the good parts and then re-upload it, and then the whole thing this strictly going to Patreon. Like straight up Patreon. I'm not even gonna mess around and play these games with these people. All right, last story before I get up out of here. The Democrats in Colorado, like I've said, get them all out. Bring in new blood. Colorado is just the beginning. Just the beginning. Get them all the fuck up. All the old heads, get them up out of here, man. Get them all up out of here. This is what's going to happen across the board.
Stunning losses in Colorado. State Attorney General Phil Weiser upsets Senator Michael Bennet in the Democratic primary for governor.
People want to know that they're electing someone who's in this.
Is that him, Markeith Rivers? That is him. Markeith Rivers. Yeah, he done transformed and became a girl, and y'all be careful. You had the DL detective. The DL detective. This was 7 years ago.
Now, I mean, what? So I'm sitting over here and I'm trying to log into my Facebook and my Instagram.
Patreon.
I couldn't log into it, and whoever had my page, they didn't try to change my credentials. They tried to change the phone number on there, the email on there. I like trying to like take over. I'm not fucking dead. I got entirely too many dicks to suck to die today. Is you crazy? I'm not fucking dead. What kind of bullshit is this? They want me dead. They bet they gonna play a joke like that? Ugh. Really do. It's got to be a murder victim. First 48, one Eddie saw.
Okay. Let's continue before I get out of here. I got to get out of here.
Work to fight for them, who they know cares about them. And the goal of our campaign was to break through. We broke through a lot of negative ads. We broke through a lot of noise because I believe in the power of people.
And then you had Mila Kiros beat a nearly 30-year incumbent Congresswoman Diana DeGette last night.
This is the big one. This was the big one. Hey, man, Indians coming, man.
Quiros, the latest Democratic Socialist to win their primary.
We believe that fundamental change can and will happen if we fight for it. If we organize and show no fear in standing up for what's right. That is the message that Denver has sent to
She ain't married? How come this woman ain't married?
both parties, to Donald Trump, and to the entire country.
Zolan, I want to start with you because back a few months ago when there was infighting in the DNC itself, there were all these people that were like, I'm taking my toys and going home, right? Like David Hogg, I'm going to go spend my own money. Justice Democrats, we're going to recruit our own people. There was this real sense that there was going to be money spent elsewhere by different recruiters for different reasons. And I want to show the viewers right now how well Justice Democrats are doing, as it turns out. Primary winners, I think I'm looking at a count of up to 8 faces here.
What
are they doing differently than the DNC?
Yeah, it's interesting because that fight over spending, I do think, represented a broader fight over the direction of the Democratic Party and who should lead them. And what we're seeing with this series of wins, the ones you just outlined, but also we're coming a week after
And those are in
Mamdani's
Colorado,
sweep
New
in
Jersey,
New York.
California, even Texas.
Right, across the country. I do think the themes in these races speak to, they resonate with something broader in the Democratic base across the country, right? In the last presidential campaign, I would often hear from Democratic voters, they didn't feel people represented them. You just highlighted somebody who won a generational race, right?
Yeah.
She was born a year after the incumbent won her first race.
But with the views that come with that in some cases.
And that brings us to Israel as well. We have seen Israel and the issue of whether the Democratic Party will support U.S. support for Israel.
Okay, so like I said, what needs to happen, vote everybody out, bring in new blood. And it's starting to happen. Colorado it seems like it's going to be ground zero. Yeah, get all them old heads up out of here, man. This whole panel is exactly what people are tired of. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, that's all I got. This is definitely going to Patreon. Like I said, I will hack this up and re-upload it and with all the good stuff. And so yeah. But a good show nonetheless, though. I had a good time until we went down the rabbit hole, and it's like, oh hell, here we go again. Did I put a poll? Y'all said Gucci Mane should live to fight another day. I disagree. He should went out like a G. Should have did some John Wick stuff. But nonetheless, all right, I'm out of here. Thank y'all as always for coming through, and we'll do this again tomorrow. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's night.
One of the ops breaks, we catch them on tape, put them in chase. Like a piss, look like a dog, stuff in face.